down there. I was going to get him to come up.
Bunbury Rutland will kick towards the northern end of the ground. Best of luck to the Donnybrook Football Club and also the Bunbury Football Club.
Goal of Premiership, the final game of the 90s in the Southwest Football League. Bunbury and Donnybrook, the protagonists from last year in 1998 when Donnybrook were victors over Bunbury, a gallant Bunbury at that, but Bunbury have turned the table so far in 99, winning all 3 encounters, but the second semi-final being the toughest of the lot where they had to come from behind in similar weather conditions as they are today. With me is Steve Butler from the Southwestern Times. And Steve, what are your thoughts just quickly on the game?
Oh, Ray, I think it's interesting. You look back at 93 when South and won both their premierships from the reserves to the league, and it was interesting to watch the Bunbury reserves come around from their lap of honour and come back in and get amongst the boys, and could give them a real boost. I think the hot weather today, I think it's Bunbury for me, Ray. I think they're a bit fitter and a bit quicker, but you know, it's Donnybrook have what it takes to win. They've been here last year and won it, and look a big chance again today.
Yeah, I agree with you. Bunbury's my tip for the pennant, but going by the reserves and Colts, finishing on top is no prerequisite to win a grand final. Both those sides, Harvey Brunswick lost Kerry Park by the smallest possible margin. 1 point must be heartbreaking to those guys, but that's the way footy goes.
Yeah, especially when they look like they had a chance late in the piece too. You know, they had it sort of won with 10 or 11 points up, and they look like they're there, but you can never tell in the grand final, Ray.
Okay, well, we're near on bounce down. We've got a few matchups around the ground. See Kendall picking up Sykes. In the middle, we've got East. Bedwell starting off in the ruck. Omadai and Bolton. For Bunbury, we've got Reemers, a bit of a surprise to a certain extent. I never saw the second semi. Austin Kelly, Justin Noonan and Brett Glass, one of the Hayward medalists from days gone by. Zane Sheffner, the 19-year-old field umpire for his first grand final, about to bounce the footy. You might find us some matchups as we go, Steve, early in the piece and see how we stand.
Yeah, could be
Ball
some...
to ground in the grand final. Up goes Reemers. Easy gets the knockout towards Manson, who's come in onto his left foot, takes the ball down towards the forward pocket with a pace of Eads, gathers it cleanly, gets a poor hand pass across, allows Donnybrook to come in and get the hand pass by Omadai. Over to Trigwell. Trigwell starting defence, a poor kick out of there from behind his left foot, makes it hard for Woff. In they go. They come with O'Keefe. He gets the ball over to Glass. He's on his right foot. A little kick. Not strong enough for Kelly. In comes Atherton. Handball out of the ball come from Noonan. That's knocked forward towards Hayward. He shepherds the ball away from Sheffers. Picked up by Manson. 2 early touches. That's good for confidence. Up towards Johns. Johns couldn't quite take the ball in the bounce, but he's quick enough to get around. No, he's not. Great tackle. Great tackle by the Donnybrook big fella in... Kirkpatrick, I think it is. He gets the ball on quickly. A poor kick and a poor decision which way to go. Here comes Austin Kelly for his first touch. On his wrong foot also. Puts it up high towards Manson. In comes Sheffers. He's got the ball in front of him, heading for the boundary line. It's not bouncing kindly for him. It does now. He takes it, he fumbles it, and over the line and out of bounds.
Interesting matchup early. Adam Kelly on a half forward flank for Bunbury Ray. Played a lot of footy on the half back flank for the last couple of seasons.
It looks like Chiswell starting at centre forward. Bedwell gets a two-handed knock towards his goals. In comes Hayward and Omadai. The ball comes to Sheffers. Gets a good long hand pass. That's a great one to East. East is away and running. He's good disposal normally. Puts it over in front of Woff. Woff's going to take this and run to the 50-metre line. Will he go long? He does reasonably. It's a poor kick. Well, no, it's not a poor kick. Tractor Neron gets hold of it. Dwayne Neal, he hugs it into himself, and it's bounced down right down the forward pocket for Donnybrook, who got that through East down there with his delivery. Down they go, up goes Chiswell, doesn't get near the ball as it's a crooked bounce. Taken by Bub. That's a great looking snap for mine. It's looking pretty good from here. Goal umpire agrees. First blood to the Donnybrook side with Melba.
And maybe some of that experience, I said there minutes ago, Ray, about how sure Donnybrook will be here. They've been there before with that experience of winning. You just see that very, very controlled handball by Cheffers. Long handball which cut out a few players straight to East, and some very direct play there, and worked out beautifully.
Yeah, broke it wide open, didn't he? Very heady footballer, Sheffers.
Interesting to see Scott Hoff starting a half forward flank for Bunbury too, rather than his normal wing position.
Yeah, you thought he wouldn't want to start it there with his pace. O'Keefe on the other wing. Ray Pulford, the umpire's advisor, about to put ball to ground. It's not a bad one. Bedwell looks at Reemers coming in. Not a real knockout win by either player. Taken by Noonan. He's left to get the ball out on a hand pass to Hayward. He puts it up high towards nobody. Trigwell in the best possible. Oh, great mark from Kimmy Eads. That's the star of the day for the he needs. He gets a good kick over towards Manson. He's lumbering after the ball with Kirkpatrick coming in. Will he get around him? No, he won't. Gets a hand pass into the pocket and over the line and out of bounds. Great capture from Eads.
I think on this dry day, Ray, that's the sort of stuff we're looking for from players like Eads and Johns. You know, some big hangs, some quick play.
Yeah, I think that'll boost his confidence. No end. He put himself in line for a few more. Good knock down the front by Bidwell. Comes out to Noonan. A good hand pass to Glass. He's on his wrong foot, so he doesn't want to use it. And poor hand pass sees the ball go over the line and out of bounds in front of Austin Kelly in the right forward pocket. Bunbury have had it down there now. They need to use it and do something with it. It's a good contest from Manson. He gets it down the front. Can't quite come out to the Bunbury player. Good hand pass out from Kirkpatrick to Omadai. He drives it without looking. Bounces towards the nest of Bunbury players. Stuart Hayward's going to make the running. No, it's not. It comes over to Kane. He feigns one way. Keeps hold of it out towards Nani. Nani's looking towards Remus. He takes the mark. No, he's been paid the mark. A bit quick on the whistle, I think, the umpire.
Excited, Ray.
There's the awkward kicking style of Remus. Goes over the top of O'Keefe. Manson can't take it. Yes, he can. There's a hand pass here and a free kick being paid by umpire Pulford to Manson, who has taken high. Open forward line. Will they leave it that way? Sykes leads out towards centre half forward. That's the way the ball goes. Terrible kick. In front is Adam Kelly. If you're in front, you've got a chance. Chiswell's a few metres over the mark. The umpire's on the ball. He'll pull him back. Good, strong left foot of the goals. This is going to be a chance for Eads. He's at the back. And good play by the Donnybrook player in Wilson. He gets it out on his left foot. Chest mark missed by Kirkpatrick over the glass. Gets a good hand pass towards Manson. He's lumbering, not taking the ball cleanly. Out comes Bolton. He's caught twice and the ball comes to the ground in the tackle. Hoff can't take the ball. Nork and Donnybrook. Out comes Sheffers. Sure hands over towards Chiswell. He ducks one way around there with a big fellow. He's fairly nimble as he gets the ball back in towards the centre of the ground, only to see Evil, who's had a haircut. I didn't know it was.
He's only 63 kicks before the nose out of it. If we can get one.
Onto his favoured left foot he goes. It looks like it's a good kick over towards Johns, who is left unattended. But in comes Atherton. He grabs hold of him. The ball comes out to Woff. He gets it to East. Cool as a cucumber. Gets out with a long hand pass over to Omadai. Omadai gets the ball long to centre half forward towards Teague. Up comes Ashworth. Knocks it forward. Good play by the defender. Chiswell's over the top of the ball. In comes Ashworth to contest it. The ball comes out. In goes Teague and Remus. It's tied up in there and bounced down once again just outside the centre square in favour of Donnybrook. Oh, Steve, anything of note around the ground? Any unusual pickups?
No, I don't think so. The matchups look pretty straight at the moment, and they look very well matched, these two teams too.
Ball comes towards Patain, knocks it in front of him and loses his feet. Johns has taken it, wants to go. He's got the pace then, well chased by Bidwell. The big man put him under pressure. That's good stuff. The ball's only kicked to nobody's, and except Kirkpatrick fumbles one, then puts on his right foot without looking in towards Bunbury. Well done by War. Ball comes down to O'Keefe.
Man!
For
Jesus, Ray.
But somebody doesn't like the call, obviously. And it's a free kick to Bunbury and Adam Kelly. And it's another long one. It's a good kick. This is dangerous for Donnybrook. Up comes Sykes from behind. Can't mark the ball. Knocked down by Glass into towards Hoff. Hoff couldn't get clear. Out comes Sykes. He goes to ground chasing the footy, as does the Donnybrook player in Martindale, and will have a bounce down about the 20-metre mark.
Manson looked pretty imposing so far, Ray. Had a fair bit of the footy, getting hands on, linking the play through to the 50 zone.
Yeah, the hand pass was a good one. Good bounce by the umpire as he puts it down. He tries to take it out of the air, Tricolori style. And somebody's got a free kick there. Donnybrook, they've got a free kick and they think it's about time they had one. I don't dare ask a question, was it there? Out comes Donnybrook. They go towards Chiswell. Chiswell takes the mark.
I can tell you that.
Chiswell looks forward out towards poor kick. Patain's in front and he easily takes the mark in front of Tuia. Gets a hand pass to Hayward. He's on his left foot. It's a long kick. It's not the best of kicks as it goes towards Martindale in the best position. Hoff makes a contest out of it. Comes out to Bidwell. Bidwell, good hand pass to Chiswell. And similarly over towards Omadai. Omadai, good hand pass to the elusive East. Chased down by Hoff. He goes out wide of the scoreboard flank, puts it in front of Neil. Neil runs after it, goes to ground with no one touching him. Gets a hand pass back to the favour of Tuia. In comes Bunbury, desperately diving on the ball. Comes up towards Teague. He's dangerous. It's not a good hand pass. Otherwise would have set Bub free. Comes back to Neil. Neil puts on his boot very quickly, and he's drilled this one from a snap straight through the middle to take a 2-goal lead. Donnybrook. Bunbury yet to score.
Ray Paulson's one out there with that 3.
And Bunbury definitely need to tighten back up on Heath East a bit more, Ray, I think. He's already got a bit clear himself and he's looking very, very good.
Great crowd in attendance and a fantastic day for football. It's going to be a little warm for the players, but it's going to be a contest in a bit, this one. Bunbury need to perhaps get a mark on the board. That's not going too well at the present time. They've had their opportunities. Good bounce. In comes Nani. He misses completely. Comes towards East. Doesn't pick the ball up. Well done by Johns, putting the pressure on. Good hand pass over to Bolton. He puts it out in front of East and McDonald. But in comes Evil. He takes the ball and tracks it to the boundary line. And I think it'll go over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in right in front of the Coca-Cola stand.
I think Bunbury been a bit loose through the centre here so far, Ray, too. They're letting a few direct passages of play go through too easily.
That's down good in the middle for Bunbury's pulpit.
Very unkind words from the timekeeper as the ball comes out towards East. Gets a great hand pass over to Bolton. Bolton puts it up in the air. Could favour Remus, who's good in the air, and takes a good chest mark in front of his opponent in Teague at the present time. Amadai's doing a good job on Austin Kelly, Steve.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Has him well under wraps at this stage. About one possession, I think.
Evil takes the ball, drops the mark. Should have marred that. Amadai's now gone back onto Johns. Bolton's onto, well, they're standing side by side, Bob. Well, I just saw them then. Off they go. Good knock towards the boundary line defensively by the Donnybrook player in Amadai. That was good work as Bunbury were outnumbered, Donnybrook, at that stage. And retreat was the better part of valour.
Blood rule, Dwayne Neal coming off, right?
Dwayne Neal coming off with the blood rule, picked up in defence there. As we'll have a slight hold up in play.
Adrian Proctor coming on, Ray, back into the side for today's game.
Yeah, he would have been disappointed not being in last week's side, and remembering back to 97, he missed that one, even though it was a losing one. Obviously, was quite happy in being last year's winning one.
Absolutely.
Maybe a bit of a mismatch there for Evil with Proctor. Ball comes in right on the wing. Nani's in front, gets a great knockdown towards O'Keefe, who hasn't had much of the footy at this stage. Tracks it around, gets a hand pass, and it's a good one. Over to Noonan. Noonan over to Kelly. Kelly drives it towards Eads. Too early, son. Wilson stands his ground and takes the mark quite comfortably and gets a small kick out or short kick out towards Kirkpatrick. He lumbers after. In comes Kelly. Gives him hip and shoulder. Both men stay on their feet. Great stuff around the neck from mine to the Donnybrook player. Play on is the call. Out comes Bedwell. He gives hip and shoulder to Glass. Glass plays on with the footy, but his kick smothered. Out comes Bolton. Great player, this fella. Fumbles the ball on that occasion. Gets a good hand pass over towards Amadai, I think it is. He gets a long hand pass to Woff. Woff shows the ball once, gets it back to Amadai. Takes it in one hand on his left foot. It's a little chip kick towards Chuia. He marks the ball low on the ground as he dives towards it with Adam Kelly. It's a hand pass over towards Atherton. Atherton runs back and gives it to Amadai. Amadai's going to get caught. Fair bump down as he kicks the ball up towards Proctor. He's camped underneath it. Spoilt by Evil. Out towards the wing. Bunbury in the box seat here if they can get there first. Noonan knocks it forward. Can't take control. Does now with the help of a Shepherd. Now he's caught. Puts the ball to ground. That was close to having the opportunity to me.
Yep.
That will throw it in.
Without a doubt.
Up they go. Oh, great leap by Bidwell. Gets it down the front of the pack to Woff. Woff gets it down towards Teague. Can't hold the ball in the contest with Ashworth. Ashworth tracks it around to the boundary line and comes back inside. He's in dangerous territory there. Gets a high kick up towards Nani. Tries to keep Bidwell out. Bidwell's equal to the task. Gets the ball off the ground. Knocks it forward. In comes Johns. He dumps on it. Comes back to Bidwell and he's claimed and we have a bounce down on the half-forward flank in favour of the Donnybrook side. Not a good one. It goes out to Bidwell. Bidwell gets it knocked back to Bolton. He's claimed. Gets a hand pass into East. And a clever one out to McDonald. McDonald high to the full forward area where Maguire gets it spoiled down towards Proctor. The ball's bouncing. No, it won't go through the goals as Patain uses his pace against Tuia. Good shepherd from Hayward as the ball's driven by out the half-back flank by Patain and goes over the line and out of bounds.
And Bunbury already looking like they're having a bit of trouble matching up with Bidwell too, Ray. He's started very well in the ruck for Donnybrook.
Yes, he's doing a great job. Won a lot of contests. Chiswell will take this one. In comes Remus. There's a fight for the ball. Play on's a call. Noonan goes to ground. Hand pass defensively to Patain. Gets a hand pass over to Evel. It's a poor one. This has let Bolton in. He's a good player, as I said earlier. Hand pass to Chiswell. Snaps it around his shoulder. This is going to an open goal square. He's just missed to the left-hand side, and 1 point is the result.
The direct style of footy, very good at this stage. Donnybrook, Ray, they're giving themselves every chance to score every time they come into the attacking zone.
Had a lot of the play, haven't they?
Looking very good down the middle of the ground.
Maguire goes long to O'Keefe. It's over his head and puts Woff in the box seat. Can't hold the ball. It goes to ground. Good hand pass from O'Keefe. Over to Kane. Kane goes long towards the half forward and Eads and Wilson. Wilson stays on his feet. Eads doesn't. Backs up again from recovery. Very good. Hand pass from Kirkpatrick to... It looks like Trigwell. Trigwell gets a hand pass back to the wing as he runs past him. He's caught. Play on's a call. Ball goes to the ground. It's a fight for it on the turf. In goes Trigwell and he'll get a free kick courtesy of the ump for a high tackle. Taking his time as he delivers it, going to deliver it long and hard down towards half forward. Goes a length to the square. Good kick. Up goes Teague up the back of the pack. He can't take it one-handed. Chiswell butters up off the ground. Good hand pass to Teague. Teague's in the spot. Kicks it over the top of the pack. Patain near on marks it. Tuia makes a good contest. Out comes the Bunbury player. I've lost him in the pack there. Can't get it. Comes to Tuia. He's running around. Gets a good hand pass to East. This is dangerous. Shows the ball left. Straightens up. This is dangerous ground. Straight through the middle from Donnybrook. They've taken a commanding lead at this stage. 3 goals, 1-19. Bunbury yet to score.
Well, Ray, a lot of people thought that it might have been Bunbury's midfield who'd have the dominance on this hot day, but gee, Donnybrook's midfield at this stage is sensational. They're absolutely killing him through the middle of the ground. Bolton, East, Omade, they're all getting plenty of the footy, and Bidwell, as I said, leading in the ruck too.
Yeah, he's setting the example and giving them first use on most occasions. Nani's in there at the present time. Why he didn't start there in the first time is beyond me, but still, that's why I'm up here. I'm not the coach, I suppose. Ball bounced down. Well done by Bidwell again. Straight down into the hands of his little fella. Over towards East. You're in trouble. Holding the ball for mine. Had the opportunity to get rid of it, and he's tackled by Johns as he tried to get around the second player. Johns is off. He's taken around, takes a bit of ground, and it's not a very good kick towards Kelly on the half-forward flank. Athens equal to him. He's taken without it, and we'll get a free kick.
Some pretty poor disposal by Bunbury so far, Ray.
Their kicking's been terrible, really. Then they go to a high kick towards Chiswell. Up from the side comes Bidwell. Only one-handed. You can't mark him like that. Ball comes, ricochets off to Johns. Uses his pace to get around Chiswell. He's going to catch him. No, he's not. Gets a hand pass to Noonan. Doesn't look. It could be Lux of Fortune as the Glass is in the box seat. Taken by Adam Kelly. Wheels onto his left foot. Decides to leave Hayward out of it. Terrible disposal as Donnybrook lead again, and Martindale chips in and takes a good defensive mark. He goes short towards Omadai. Omadai's loose again. And he's going to steady it down as have a look around what's further afield. He's going out towards Bidwell. Bidwell's behind Hayward. There's a mismatch here. He pushes him away easily. Drops what he should have taken. Hand pass from Hayward's a good one. Over towards Kane. Tricky should kick as he gets it around to Noonan. Neron loses his feet. Gets it long this time. Kelly's in the box seat here. If he can keep his eyes, he's interfered with there. That's a free kick as Donnybrook had no intention of going for the footy. Gets it over to Glass. He's on his favoured left foot. This is a good kick towards Eads. No, he doesn't want it. He's left it for someone coming behind. Now he's gone around. Ball ricochets off to Sykes. Hand pass over to Hoff. Hoff snaps it on his left foot. Manson meets the ball. The only one that does hard. Knocks it down towards Austin Kelly. Trying looking for his left foot. Great hand pass to Eads. Eads dead in front. Has a look at it. The banners behind say yes. The goal umpire says yes, and Bunbury are on the board.
Hayward's been a good player on this members' wing so far too, Ray. He's got a couple of touches there. Another good handball out of defence there.
Sorry, Steve, I missed that. I was trying to have a look at the clock.
Just saying Hayward, he's been pretty influential so far. He's had a couple of kicks for Bunbury, been driven a couple in, just got another good handball then.
Yes, actually I never noticed before, but there's a lot of left footers in Bunbury's side.
Ambidextrous, Ray.
Oh, is that what they are? Right, natural left footers then. Bounce down time in the centre once again. Nani has a look around. In comes Bidwell. Nani gets the knock. It's going to go to Sheffers. Sheffers is looking for someone. Hasn't got anyone. Too strong for Kelly. Breaks the tackle easily and goes straight down to centre half forward. Not a good kick, but Teague's in front. He'll take this on his chest and does. And Ashworth coming from behind puts him to the ground. Right on the 50-metre mark. He looks further afield and there's East, unattended. 48 metres out from the mark. He's just straightened the ball up, and East, being the kick it is he's looking around. I don't know if he could make it from 55. That's about where he'll have to kick it from. It's fairly open there. No one from Bunbury's dropped into the gap. Chiswell takes a lead, but East is going for it. 52 metres out. It's a good-looking kick. It's going close. Is it coming back? No, it's not, according to the crowd behind the goal umpire. Just a 1 point to Donnybrook, and they lose to 3-2-20. Bunbury won straight.
In this matchup here in Bunbury's forward pocket, Brett Glass on Glenn Kirkpatrick's a bit of the long and the short of it, Ray.
It is. If there's not, I think he's coming too far up the ground. He wants to take him back and then come up. In comes Johns, gets a hand pass out in front of himself with Sheffers right on him. Sheffers too good in the chase. Well done by the ex-coach. Poor kick up towards Patain. Patain, he misses it, takes his eyes off the ball, then goes short and long, or short I should say, short and long. That's a good comment, isn't it? And Atherton's too strong in the air for Adam Kelly, and he gets it, squares the ball off towards Omadai. Omadai goes down towards Woff. Woff's in the right spot in front of O'Keefe. Takes a good mark just above his head. He looks forward to the lead. Out comes a Donnybrook player, and he takes the mark quite comfortably. Melbub in front of Brett Maguire.
And Ray, you'd think Bunbury's midfield would have to have a long, hard look at what they're doing, because they're just not manning up blokes at all. They're giving Heath, East and Michael Omadai far too much latitude.
It's okay when you've got the footy and you're winning on the scoreboard. If you haven't got your defence in your game, it's going to hurt you badly. And Donnybrook are doing that right now. This guy's a good kick, and he's usually fairly accurate without putting the mocker on him. Straight through the middle. No doubt about that one. The second one to Bub, and they move to 4 goals to 26. To Bunbury, 1 straight.
And Mel Bubb proving a bit of a handful for Brett Maguire down there too early, Ray.
Yes, very strong player and a good player at that. But we have to look back 7 days when Collie led by 4 goals at quarter time. The 3 goals is not a winning break in any form of football of this day and age. Up they go again. Bidwell gets the knock, but it goes down towards Glass. He goes to ground, taken by Bolton. Bolton to Woff. Woff gets it towards half forward. Oh, great mark by Ashworth. Courage personified in that one. Takes it and goes wide. Now off he goes looking towards Adam Kelly. Had his back to the ball. He's called out of it by Manson. Good call by the big fella. Atherton on the mark, trying to put it in front of him, he says Noonan. As the ball comes towards O'Keefe. O'Keefe's got his eyes on the ball. He's taken by his jumper, I thought, and the umpire says yes, as O'Keefe comes back. O'Keefe 65, 70 metres, squares it up towards the Sykes. Can the big man take it? No. Bidwell chips in and takes a straight, strong mark right in front of the player, and he'll relieve the pressure. Comes out this way on his left, out towards Teague. It's going to be too short for Teague, but Omadai will chip in and take it on his chest, and does so. He goes short to Sheffers right in the interchange area, with Hayward creeping a couple on his mark. Steadying the ship as they look forward as to what's on offer. Come across, then he's going to square it towards the centre circle. Over towards half forward. Nani at the back, East in the front. Nani too strong in the air. Quick hand pass to Kelly. He wasn't expecting it. On his right foot. Noonan should mark this. In comes Bolton to make a contest. Well done by Atherton. Met the ball hard, way it should be. Chiswell over to East. East takes his time as he usually does. Great kick over to Bidwell. He's clear. Couple of steps and boots it on his left. That's a great pass. Fantastic pass to Woff. He goes short again to Proctor, who chips into the open spaces. And in comes Nani, who probably had something else go through his mind, but was quick enough not to do anything silly. No 50-metre penalty needed. And Proctor will line up, and Donnybrook looking the goods at the present stage, early in, or late in the first quarter, but early in the game. Proctor's hooked it with his left foot through for 1 point only. 4-3-27, the Dons are 1 straight, the Bulldogs. Maguire brings the ball into play. Terrible kick out towards Remus. He fumbles on top of that. He gets around. No, yes, he does. Only just from Bidwell. And the hand pass is not good. It's at the feet of Noonan. That's no good. He's in trouble too. He can't take the ball cleanly, and it goes over the line and out of bounds. Poor disposal from Bunbury twice there.
You just look again, Ray. They're messing around with the footy where Donnybrook are going straight, and they're getting the rewards.
Bidwell dropping back now to make block it in along with Easton. They're building the wall. Great. A knock by Nani, but the ball's taken. Free kick being paid for holding, according to the umpire. And Nani will take the free kick.
Which was according to both umpires, Ray. They both called that one.
Must have been on there.
Oh.
He runs into the man on the mark. That's no good for a senior footballer at any stage. It's a hip and shoulder from Nani on Tuia. In goes Chiswell. Chiswell gets it out to Sheffers. That was good play by the Hayward medalist of 97. He gets the ball, gets long towards the Donnybrook goals. Mel Bubbs in the box seat here. Number 3 could be on the board. He looks around over his shoulder, snaps straight through the middle, and the Dons are on fire. 5 goals, 3, 33. Bunbury 1 straight.
Great kick by Cheffers there, Ray. Sized up his options, whether to go through the middle of the ground with a short chip, but saw no one on, so just went straight down to the scoring zone and paid off a treat with Bub getting his 3rd goal.
Bubs ran to the wing to congratulate him. Good camaraderie in the camp with Dons. They're looking the goods, as I said, on that goal. Bunbury need to work now and work hard. They need to get a couple before the end of this quarter, or they could be out of the ball game. Bidwell in the middle. He's been doing a great job. In goes Remus. No knock taken by Bolton. Gets the ball, scrambles it forward. Chiswell's in the box seat, can't take it. Comes down towards Waff. Backed up by the big man. Good play. Gets it out to Proctor. Proctor to the square, and here's Bub lining up for number 4. Easy as you like on his chest. Into the goal post he goes. Goal number 6 to the Dons. 6-3-33. They lead the Bunbury 1 goal, and Bunbury are in trouble.
Yes, looking more than rattled, Ray.
Well, where he was, I don't know if there's a change coming up, but where the hell Maguire was, I've got no idea.
Sorry,
yeah, they need to have all courage now to come back into this, because 5 goals, even though I said 3 is not a big lead, 5 is very, very hard to catch up and go forward with. Centre bounce again, up goes Remus. He gets a knock over Chiswell. Ball comes down to Noonan, can't get his boot to ball. Done by Chiswell. Geez, working hard at ground level as well. Comes to Omadai, he's had plenty of touches. Tuia decides to Shepherd. Well done by Fatoni, gets a hand on it. Austin Kelly on one of his few touches, caught by Sheffers. Great tackle by put him off the ball. It was a terrible hand pass, and he gets a good hand pass himself. Out to Chiswell, he puts it to boot. The wall's in the right, Waff is in the right place, and he takes the mark, and Donnybrook are really dangerous at the present time. He goes long as they have towards Bub, the man of the moment. And why wouldn't you? He now takes it one hand, butters up. Oh, sorry, it's Bidwell. He got the ball, he's grabbed. Holding the man is a decision by the umpire, and the timekeeper has seen that one as well.
Brendan Bidwell's first free kick of the year.
And that's an exaggeration to the extreme, I would think, because I saw him get one last week. Left-footed Biswell, straight over the top of the goal umpire's hat. 7-3, 45 the Dons, 1 goal Bunbury Bulldogs.
They're certainly looking the goods at the moment, Donnybrook, Ray. They're really just getting away with it here, and their direct and hard style of football is just what you need for grand final day, isn't it?
Great play out of the middle that they've done. They've got Bidwell, Chiswell, East and Bolton along with Omadai all had good touches, and with Waff on one wing and Sheffers on the other, they're dominating.
All very, very influential players. Probably Omadai the best of them. Ray's been sensational this first quarter.
Bounce down time again. Remus goes early. In comes Bolton, over to the blokes we mentioned, the 4 of them. Waff to Omadai, and down they go with Sheffers on his left foot. Looks like Nani is changing in the back pocket and on Bidwell, and lets the ball roll over the line and out of bounds.
What do you think about Nani down there, Ray? Obviously, he's been a sensational ruckman both for the South West and Bunbury this year. Would you have him in the middle a bit more often? I mean, he's been in there a little bit during the quarter.
I think that he's got to be in the middle. Remus is looking at the other ruckman every time he comes in. You've got to get your eyes on the ball to have any chance of hitting it from the middle. Talking about the man, he's in front there and comes through. Bub picks it up, gets a hand pass to no one in particular. Hip and shoulder from Kelly. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Johns. Gets her out of one tackle and gets it over towards Patain. Fumbles again. Gets a kick on towards the wing. In they go, and Atherton takes the mark easily on his chest. Out points his immediate opponent. Long! East is cruising around the centre square. Austin Kelly going over there now. They're going to go long, as they have done for most of the quarter. Bidwell comes from behind, gets rid of Maguire out of the other way. He gets a soccer in and now gets down on hands and knees, gets it out to Noonan. Another fumble from Bunbury. He's claimed and the ball goes to the ground in the tackle. Out comes Patain, gets a hand pass towards Johns. He's in trouble here. I think he was out before he kicked it. That's the call from the umpire.
It's been very unsure in their work with their hands, Ray, haven't they? They've fumbled the ball a lot, Bunbury.
Yes, on a day like today, you think they'd be one-grab players. I think they may be looking around instead of keeping their eyes on the pill. Chiswell takes front, then Remus comes in. They're both level. Good knock to the front by Chiswell. In comes Johns. He gets a kick along the wing, but in front's Trigwell, and Manson see the ball go over the line and out of bounds. And they're going to have a lot of trouble getting it across the half-forward line to at least score again this quarter, Bunbury. 10 scoring shots to one's an indication of the dominance of the Donnybrook side through the midfield. Chiswell, Remus again. Chiswell takes front and takes it clean. He gets a hand pass. It's in a congested area. Out comes Noonan. Takes the ball. He hasn't got it. Play on's the call. They come out in the tackle. Then they go for the ball and it's bounce down time. And it's a good one at that. Up goes Remus. Again goes too early. Chiswell gets it onto his boot. Well done by the big bloke. Tuia's in front. Hand pass to East. East kicks it quickly and it's not one of the better ones he's going to have. McDonald's in the seat here. Could have a go. He can't mark it. In comes O'Keefe. He's taken without it. Play on's the call. In goes Bunbury. Great tackle on Proctor. Play on there as well. No, holding too high according to the umpire. And the little redhead right on the 50-metre line will take a kick.
You're buried, mate.
Doesn't look too good to me. It's a little bit lax on his feet there.
I don't think he actually hit him. I think his head hit the ground.
Yeah,
The tackle was high as well. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, no doubting the free kick.
It should be a shame if he has to come off because he's back in the side today and he's already had a couple of influential possessions too, Ray.
He's been dangerous. Ball goes to Bolton. Right on the 50-metre line. There's a very open forward line. Bunbury's starting to drop back into a couple of holes there. Johns has got one of them. Out is Remus as well. As Proctor decides to go off and a little kick towards East. That's not the best option in that time. Out comes Austin Kelly. He's trying to run around one. Handballs to himself. He goes to ground with McDonald. Then he trips him up. Up they go around towards hand pass. Kelly gets it back to Johns. Johns uses his pace. Good shepherd from Kane as they go along the outer flank. Manson can't drag the ball in. In comes Eads, soccers it over towards the centre of the ground. In comes Manson now. They come across the back of him. Eads picks it up, can't do anything with it. Glass gets it across to Johns. Johns knocks it forward to Hayward. Hayward over to Eads. Eads on his left foot, scrambles it forward, and that's all the Bulldogs can do as Atherton comes across. He'll mop up from here, and one long kick clears it, only to see O'Keefe camped underneath it and takes the easiest of marks. Not much time to go in this quarter. Bunbury need to move it down and make some sort of indication on the board at this stage because they're looking sick and sorry at the present time. Long kick up towards Kendall's in front. He looks like he'll mark it and he'll get a free kick for over the shoulder. He goes out wide, out towards Chiswell. He's no chance of Johns marking that with Chiswell leading over the top of him. Plucks it in and gets out wide to Woff. Woff's running hard. The ball bounced in front of him. Knocks it forward. Good play. In comes O'Keefe. Can't keep up with him. On his left foot and scrambles it towards Bub and Maguire. They both overrun it. In comes two Bunbury players. Patain cleans up. Gets a hand pass over to Nani. Nani heads with a hand pass out to Noonan. Noonan gets the ball. Goes short. Out to Glass. Glass runs into it and takes the mark at half back. Wheels out onto the left. over the hand pass to Noonan. He chips short again to Johns. Good football at the present time, but it's making heavy weather of getting the ball up the flank. He decides to go long. That's what's required. Is there anyone there to take the mark? Up goes Eads. Play on's the call. And they go, and there goes the time clock with the siren to go. And there's a little bit to do as they come in at the final siren for the first quarter. Few boys a bit hot under the collar as they come out to quarter time, with Donnybrook holding a commanding lead, 7-3-45 to Bunbury, 1 straight 6, and I wouldn't like to be in the Bulldog camp when Peter Betty starts. I've never seen so many people go out in the ground at quarter time. Looks like the game's over. Maybe for Bunbury.
It's quarter time here at Bunbury. That was that. We do 180 964 calculator 7 JA 782. Please with your card. The umpire through in the middle of the grandstand. In the middle of the grandstand. That's with 100 jacks. 1 kick on the strip, fencing dash for cash. I'd also like to remind the public to stay off the ground at half time. Quite welcome to have a kick except for a quarter time and 3/4, but at half time would you please remain off the ground for the half time entertainment.
Dominance of the midfield from Donnybrook that really made the difference there, Ray, in the early going. I thought Omaday was sensational in the middle. His ability to run on and link up second handballs and third handballs, and his run on play was fantastic. Also alongside with East, Bolton, Waff, they were all very good in the middle there. Brendan Bidwell was outstanding in the ruck, and Malcolm Bubb with 4 goals. It's interesting to see him kick 4 straight, because most of the season he's been very inaccurate in front of goals, and all of a sudden the big day comes up and the big players rise. So his 4 goals have been probably the difference so far in the score. I thought for Bunbury, Ryan Manson, there was none better than him at centre half forward. I thought he was excellent, really made himself available a lot. Brett Glass started well along with Stewie Haywood. Kim Eads looked dangerous, but with an interesting matchup with Wilson. And I thought when the Bunbury were looking for a player in the midfield to put their hand up, I thought Marlon Johns was the man, and late in the piece he picked up some very good touches with his hard running, and he needs a few more like him to stand up and really start to play in the middle there.
Yeah, a little bit hard, I imagine, to pick up better players for Bunbury at this stage, but so those ones did poke their nose in a little bit here and there, and they're going to need a lot more from all around the ground for the Bulldogs to get back into this game. Don't like to say it's over, but it's a long way to go before the fat lady gets up and to sing, but Bunbury are going to have everything go their way from here on in to be a chance, I think. And
Bunbury leading the free kick count too, Ray, 8-7 in the first quarter.
Well, Donnybrook haven't been hard done by after all.
What are we in front?
Second quarter. Umpire Koch puts the ball into the turf. Up they go. Taken cleanly by Bidwell. He gets a hand pass out the shark by Kelly. Kelly can't get his boot on the ball. The Donnybrook player's taken with the footy in him, and he's taken to the ground, and no opportunity to get rid of that one. And we'll start another one, the secondary one, in the middle of the ground.
And Nani starting in the ruck, Ray?
Yes, as I think he should. That's a great knock by, or I thought it was going to be at the first when he got it down 2 hands, down to Manson, who takes the crumbs. Hand pass by Stewie Haywood. Over to Glass. He's on his wrong foot again, but it's a good kick to Dimer, I'd say, isn't it?
Yes, he's come out in the ground, which is an interesting move too by Bunbury. Obviously got the ability to be a very influential player here too, though.
Well, I reckon if he got 5 kicks, he'd go close to kicking 5 goals.
You're backing him from a long way out here, Ray?
Not on this occasion. .55 out, puts it high up in the air. It's going to fall short by 1 or 2. Up the back goes Big Sykes, gets a hand on it. Ball's coming to this, still in play, and there's going to be a bounce down. No, it's been forced over the line for 1 behind to the Bulldogs. 1-1. They are 7. They trail Donnybrook by a long way, 7-3-45. Sue Maguire's still at fullback on Bub. They've got a bit of confidence in him.
Oh, well, he's been a good stalwart for the club over the years, Ray, and also for the South West Football League all round, coming from Boyne up in the first place.
Treadwell drives it long out of the scoreboard side, outside the 50 metres. Up goes Dimer, a little bit too early and under it. Bounce comes to Johns. He has a bounce, runs inside the 45. He's deep in the pocket, sets it up. This is looking pretty good. Goal umpire likes it, I think. Bunbury's get their second goal early in the second quarter, and they move to 2-1-13. Donnybrook 7-3-45. I was going to say Maguire's spent a bit of time in the reserves late in the season. I thought that's why I was concerned as to whether they'd run with him for the second quarter.
And as I said there a minute ago, Marlon John's the one who's really putting his hand up for the Bunbury midfield, and a fantastic goal there, Ray. There might be a start of things to come there, but he certainly played well in the last part of the first quarter, and also to start with a goal in the second quarter.
Yeah, let's hope the game gets a little bit closer than what it is. We need to keep the fans on the edge of their seats as the reserves game did. Well, that should lift the Bulldogs a little bit. Bounce down again. Nani and Bidwell. Up they go. It goes the boot from, or knee from Bidwell. Comes down to Kelly. Can't break the tackle. Good hand pass from Glass to O'Keefe. Straight down the middle of the ground. Out comes Sykes. He can't take the ball. In comes Martindale and takes a good mark in front. Gets a little kick out to Atherton. He's camped under it for a little while, but Kelly's a long way from him, Adam, that is. And he's got no chance of making any spoil on the ball. Atherton looking across the ground. Will he go across? Yes, he will, he says. Bounce number one. Goes across. There's deep over there. Oh, gee, that was uncalled for from Dimer. Had he connected, I don't think Atherton would have been stayed on his feet.
We would have got a red card.
Free kick is paid to Triggle, probably for the attempt, and fair enough. And no need to have those things flying around. Out towards Chiswell. Chiswell takes the ball over his head. It's spoilt from behind by Remus, but the ball runs over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in on the right half forward flank, or right between right half forward and wing for the Bulldogs. Left half back for the Dons, obviously. Nani, Bidwell. Bidwell standing firm. Nani gets a knock to nobody. Well, yes, it is as Martindale covered Johns there, and he runs the ball another 20 or 30 metres forward and over the line for another throw-in.
Interesting, Chiswell's gone to a forward pocket for Donnybrook Ray, being manned up by Larry Patane.
Chiswell?
Oh, sorry, Cheffers, I should say.
Oh.
Gee, you should remember him being a reigning premiership coach, shouldn't you?
Ball comes down to Donny, but the ball comes out to Bolton. Bolton on his left, he looks further afield. It goes over the top of Omadai. Hand pass from Hayward, over to Glass. Glass into Remus, is it? He gets it on his left. In comes Manson. He can't take the ball. Dropped it what he should have taken in mind. Picked up well by Dimer. Spins. Little kick that goes nowhere. Out comes O'Keefe. He can't pick up the ball. Ball comes out in the tackle. Then goes Dimer. They're fighting hard at Bunbury. O'Keefe gets the spoils. Looks goalwards. What's this one going to be? It's another one. Number 3 to the Bulldogs, 3-1-19. They trail Donnybrook 7-3-45, and that's a little bit better from the Bulldog camp.
And Chris O'Keefe starting to lift too, Ray. Starting to play a bit better captain's game now. Also interesting to see Hayden Martindale. He's chipped in and taken a couple of good defensive marks so far this game. He's been a very improved player for Donnybrook in the back line.
Yes, at one stage I thought he might have been one of the weak links in the back line, but he's stood firm in the last couple of weeks and played some good football at different times. Bulldogs trying valiantly to get back in this game. Out of the centre they come with a bounce down. Knocked by Nani. Nani to Manson, who's gone into the square with a bounce. Into O'Keefe. O'Keefe can't pick it up. Soccered by East. Goes to his advantage. Both Manson and who's showed some toe to get in front of there with East. Picked up by O'Keefe. Hand pass to Rocket. Rocket gets it over to Noonan. Noonan gets it towards centre forward. Spoilt by Dimer. Good spoil at that. And in the back to Glass, who is fighting for the ball on the ground. He's running around onto his right. Well, he's going to use his right again. And out comes Sykes. He's in front. We'll take it. No, he won't. Play on's a call. In comes Noonan. He gets Donnybrook high, I thought. And then that's the way the free kick will go before Rod jumps out of the box. Steadying the ship from half back. Eads on the mark. He's taken a sensational mark in the first quarter. Will he follow it up with another one later on? Yes, says the Bulldogs. No, says Donnybrook. He goes out wide to the wing. Cluster of players out there. Up they go early. Looks like Chiswell got a couple of hands on it. Couldn't quite take it. Hayward gets the ball down. Is taken without it in mind. A long high kick into the centre. O'Keefe's underneath it. East makes a good spoil out of it. Comes to Austin Kelly. Good shepherd from Eville. Out on his left to Adam Kelly. He's going to hand pass. No, yes. Onto his left from 55. In comes Bidwell. Fair bump from Bidwell. Up they go at the back, and he's just taken it on his chest. Play on's a call from the umpire. Must have been touch ball. In goes Atherton. Comes out with the ball. Well done by Atherton. He's taken the ball to ground without it, and that's a free kick to the Dons. Well, it must have been touch ball to come off the back of the pack to Eads.
He was touched by the pack in front, right?
Old field umpire's a little bit closer than everybody else. That's a fair call. Donnybrook will take the free kick and they're slowing things right down. Maybe this is a ploy in their game, being given the weather conditions.
And Wilson giving Dimer a nice sort of greeting to the ground there, exchanging a few pleasantries there, eh?
Well, they're talking to each other, will they?
Yeah.
Oh, never saw that.
Talking about the coming Christmas dinner and that, I think.
Oh, that's good. They might invite each other home. Out comes the ball to the half-back flank. Woff gets in front, but it's a big fist from Manson over the back. Sends it over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw-in on the half-forward flank for the Bulldogs. Bedwell Narni do the contest again, won by Bedwell. It's dangerous ground where he put it over to Noonan, sockers it forward to Dimer. The ball bounces awkwardly for him. Out comes Glass, taken in the back for mine. Yes, there's a field umpire. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Well, as you say, this guy's come right into it this first 5 or 6 minutes of this quarter. One of the reasons, and it justifying his selection in the side.
Well, he started well in the first quarter, Ray, and then went down in deep into the forward line. We never saw him much in the middle again. It was a bit surprising.
He lines him up straight through the eye to the little for Brett Glass and Bunbury. 4 goals, 1, 25. They trail Donnybrook 7-3, 45, and Bunbury are back in this game.
And I'd say that 30-metre goal will be one of Glass's longest kicks of his career.
I noticed it was right foot. I always took him to be a natural left footer.
And we believe it's his last game today too for the former or past Haywoods and Pike medalist. So yeah, he's been a fantastic servant to the South West Football League and a very, very good player in big games.
Chiswell and Nani this time. Ball goes to Nani. He's having an influence at the centre bounces. Comes over to Woff. He takes the ball high. Taken high by Kelly. Play on's the call. Out to Teague. He's been relatively quiet, but so is some of the Donnybrook players in this quarter. Puts it up towards Bub, spoilt by Maguire. He holds his ground. That's good football. Over comes Patain. He gets a kick down to towards the half-back flank and over the line and out of bounds. On the full. Out goes Teague. He gets it towards a dangerous area here. Over the back is Bedwell. Couldn't mark it on his chest. Who's going to get the spoils? In comes Dwayne Neal. Can't run through the pack. Had his opportunity. Taken by Patain. Hand pass to Maguire. He'll run forward. Kelly's leading forward in the middle. That's where it should go if it goes right, but it's gone to Atherton. A terrible kick. Chiswell runs to 50. Will he be grabbed? No, he won't. Spoiled by Noonan in front. Well done by Noonan. Picked up by Tuia. He puts it at the top of the square. Donnybrook in numbers. Up goes Nani. He spoils the ball. Comes down to Bub. Cheeky hand pass to Bolton. I think he's holding the ball. Great defence by the Bulldogs on that occasion because Donnybrook were looking dangerous. Out comes wide towards O'Keefe and he takes the mark easily on his chest with Woff in pursuit of his heels. Kelly makes a small lead. That's not going to be honoured. Out comes O'Keefe, long. Glass and Adam Kelly. Up goes the Donnybrook player into the back of his own. In comes Johns. Johns soccers it right along and bounces on the line. And we'll have a throw in right on the front of the broadcast box on the wing.
Interesting to see Chiswell in the ruck. Bidwell having a big influence for Donnybrook before, and they probably lost a little bit of momentum with him going out of the ruck.
Yeah, but I thought Nani was winning the tap this quarter. Up goes Manson and Chiswell. Chiswell can't take the ball. In goes Bolton. He tries a hand pass over to Austin Kelly. He goes goal with it. It's a great kick on his left foot, fading a little bit to the left. And 1 point only signals the goal umpire. 4-2, 26 the Bulldogs. 7-3, 45 the Dons.
Definitely the scoring end to the city end, Ray.
Yes, there's no bruise really to speak of.
7 in the game.
Treadwell goes out wide on the scoreboard flank with common practice at hands oval. Up goes Atherton. He's playing a good game on the half-back. Takes the mark easily over Adam Kelly and he's really got the call over that player.
It's probably about his 4th mark so far, Ray. He's playing very well.
He goes out to the wing, pulls the kick a little bit. Up goes McDonald, knocks it back towards, but O'Keefe's in there to take the ride. He gets it over to Austin Kelly and he sinks it towards full forward. Awkward bouncing ball over towards Eads, goes into the forward pockets. Good defence by the Dons and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds in the right forward pocket.
Great desperation by Wilson there. Looked like it had almost bounced up into Eads' lap, but he chased after it and made sure it got over the boundary line.
Yeah, terrible kick from Austin Kelly, given his disposal is normally fairly immaculate.
Starting to get a bit of the footy though, Ray.
Yeah, tried to probably kick the back end of it, trying to kick too hard. Knocked by Sykes in the right spot, but Donnybrook's in there in defence. Knocked forward by Johns, great knock. Glass is taken to the ground. Play on calls the umpire. Donnybrook fight for it. Taken by Omadai. One sidestep and bang towards the boundary line on the half-back flank. And it's going to roll over and over and over. And then it does get there in the end.
Tantalising, Ray. Just teasing Dimer on the run there.
Run. Goes Nani, takes front position, tries to backhand. It comes down the front of the pack, taken by Cheswell. And he hand passes
well done.
once, then he holds it up again over to the run of Omadai. He goes out wide towards to Neil. Neil can't take it on the second attempt. Comes to Patain. He goes one way and the other, taken high. Down he goes towards, there's a unseen by the umpire. Long kick by Neil, scrambles it forward. Where's this one going to bounce? In towards centre half forward. In comes Garrett Kane. One way, now he comes back the other. Which way will he go? Twists and turns. Well done by McDonald. Smothers the ball back into the pocket. But Donnybrook can get back into this if they can get it around the corner. He keeps the ball in, but takes to Maguire. He sizes up the options. This will want to be good. It's 2-1. Hayward takes it, runs onto his left, and he's taken by Bub. Silly option by Hayward. That was foolish. Teague lines up from the back of the 50-metre line. Ball's holding up by what there might be a bit of a breeze there, Stu. And Maguire standing in front with Bidwell over the top, and they decide that nothing will happen.
Yeah, we look how Teague's kick held up then and how Austin Kelly's carried him Indigo, so he's definitely to the sitting end.
Might be worth one or two. Out they go wide, over towards Noonan. Poor play by Bub there to run over the top of Noonan. Leaves him to run 10 metres, gets at the mark. Up to Johns, very casual, lackadaisical. Takes the ball on his chest, has one bounce, drives towards centre half forward. Who's in the box seat here is Eads. Not Eads, who I thought he was going to take it. Sykes gives it towards Eads, who's gone forward. It's a poor kick. Not a good option by the Bulldogs. In comes Wilson. Great play by Wilson. Hand pass over to support from Martindale. He gets a kick to Atherton, and Donnybrook are out of trouble once again. He centres the ball towards Omadai. He's played a great game, this guy, as Kelly stands a mark at him, that is.
Gee, Bunbury have really put the Donnybrook defence under siege, but they're standing tall at the moment. They're really fighting hard out of the back line.
He goes across again and squares it as War makes it down. This is dangerous if he doesn't take the mark. He does. Gets up and goes. It's short towards Teague. He'll hold the ball up as he takes the mark. He's looking for some movement up forward. There's not much. Goes short to Bolton with 15 metres. He takes it with Noonan in tow. Another short kick. They're starting to go short. That's what Bunbury fell down doing. This is it. Nani takes a footy. Wheels onto his left. It's a scramble kick. Glass is in the right spot. Takes it. Hands over to Noonan. Not a good one. Does O'Keefe want it? No, he doesn't. He doesn't want O'Keefe. Gives it to Dimer. He's 70 metres out. Move the ball to Manson. He's leading. No, he doesn't want it. He wants to go to the top of the square to where Eads is. They go short. Straight over the top of Noonan and straight into the hands of Atherton, who's standing firm in half back. He gets it over to Omadai. Lost side of the ball as it goes over his head. Doesn't get a good bounce. He's equal to the task as he gets rid of Glass. Out they come to towards Patain and nearly an effort. Sheffers cleans up and gets a little chip kick across to Dwayne Neal. Dwayne Neal's got the ball with Sheffers leading into the pocket. Ball goes towards centre forward. Good option. Up they go at the back is Hayward. No mark taken. Teague tries to take it. He's taken himself. Out comes Ashworth. He's been steady. Over to that dangerous man, Johns. Will he run the length of the field? He's had two bounces. Will he cut across east? That's all he has and goes short to Manson. Good option. Manson decides no, he won't go on with it. John's still running hard to make position. The ball's coming out. It's going to favour nobody in particular. In comes Kirkpatrick. Doesn't take it cleanly. Johns does. Great play. Which way's he going to go? He's trapped. Scrambles it on his left. Touch ball's a call. Knocked down by Kendall in a dangerous position where he knocked it. Hand pass from Burnell. Burnell to Noonan. Not a good kick from Noonan. Out in the fall. And Donnybrook knocking the ball towards inside play instead of outside in the last couple of attempts in defence.
Seen some exciting stuff from Johns this quarter, Ray. Been brilliant on that outer flank.
Evie Bunbury's best by a long way.
And Adam Kelly came off minutes ago, and John Burnell came on for his first run for the grand final onto the half-forward flank.
All right, they come out and it's given to Martindale. Some vocal support for the Bulldogs down here. Right in front of us. Ball goes to half-back. Cheswell and Sykes do battle. Well, the ball comes to the ground. Here comes John Burnell. Scrambles it forward towards Atherton. He runs the ball over the line and out of bounds. 11.5 minutes from the timekeepers into this quarter, so we're only just halfway, just about. Sykes knocks it down the front. Comes to Bunbury. They can't get the ball out. I think it was Noonan. Ball scrambled out of the pack by Donnybrook and it rolls over the line and out of bounds for yet another throw-in.
Noonan's got his hands on the ball a fair bit, Ray, but hasn't really made too many damaging plays yet.
No, only one or two, and for the number of times he's been at, he's mishandled it a number of times. Glass gets a knock of all people. gets it out to Johnny Burnell. He's taken, he gets a hand pass to Noonan, bounces off him. The ball's knocked over the line and out of bounds for yet another one. As we have a bit of a stalemate in the far side of the ground in front of a very big crowd in the amber tent. Mine's doing extremely well today. Ball comes into focus. Nani there, Chiswell gets a knock. Nani looking up for the free kicks, not on to the umpire. Play on as Bolton gets it out to East. Runs around one, gets a hand pass, which is a good one to Chiswell, who's playing very well. Gets a long kick to centre half forward. Two Bunbury blokes go up. Donnybrook player comes to the ground. O'Keefe misfumbles again. And there's a kick somewhere going to Bunbury, I would suggest. Player going for the ball, seems to be getting some protection. O'Keefe goes long towards Manson and Trigwell. Trigwell gets a spoil, comes over the back, taken by Martindale, backs into trouble, no chance to get rid of it, and we'll have a bounce down.
Yeah, the player attacking the footy has been looked after very well by the umpires today, Ray.
I think they've done a very, very good job today.
Yep.
Manson has a look where the footy is, knocks it over towards Noonan. Is there going to be some shepherding to give the guy a chance? He's fumbled it once again. His ball's at his toes. He can't pick it up. He does this time, but they're hot on his hammer. He gets a hand pass out, but it rolls over the line and out of bounds. Giving the boundary umpire on that side of the ground a little bit of work, earning his keep. We'll try it once again. Chiswell and Manson. Chiswell gets it, but it comes over to Kelly. Kelly to Johns on the right, on the outside of his foot, and has bounced just out of reach of Kendall and over the line for 1 point to Bunbury to go to 4-3-27. Donnybrook 7-3-45.
Bunbury have certainly done a lot of attacking this quarter, Ray.
Yeah, no, they've been like Donnybrook. They've dominated it, but at this stage, Bunbury haven't put the score really on the borders for what they've had, I don't think. Long kick into play by Donnybrook and a great mark in a pack by Woff. He looks forward to the wing. 2 on 2. Easter's in one of them. Austin Kelly stays down. Spoilt there by Hayward. He goes after the ball. Easter's too clever. Picks it up on his right foot. Tries to work it in towards half forward. Neil's in front of Evell. Can't control the ball. Evell's cool. Comes back onto his left foot. Great kick towards Hayward. He takes a mark. Wanted to go, but he's held up by Bolton. He's a little bit over the mark. But the umpire hasn't got it, so that's where he stays. It's another short kick to Noonan. Noonan can go if he wants to. He looks out wide. They're coming across the ground. That's going to nobody in particular. They drop the ball between them. Poor play by Donnybrook. There's numbers there. In comes Burnell. Play on's a call. In goes McDonald. In they come to Martindale. Good hand pass to Chiswell. Which way will he go? Out to Kirkpatrick. He puts his boots into it. That's a throw for mine. Oof. Not seen by the umpire. The umpire was unsighted on that one. It's not his call. Out comes Manson. Picks the ball up. Gets it to Glass, and he's taken high accidentally, and Manson's not looking too good. That was an accidental high tackle. Nothing in it other than a free kick.
And Bunbury certainly wouldn't want to see Manson limping, Ray. He's been arguably their best so far.
Just a touch. He's all right now. That's another poor kick from the Bulldogs into attack, and Atherton takes a mark. Terrible, terrible disposal.
Sugar been very good this quarter. Very good.
Donnybrook defence standing firm, taking his time. Sugar Atherton. Part of their ploy by the look of it. He comes out wide towards the press box. As Sheffers and Patain, they both go up. The ball comes to the ground. Patain in the best position to recover. The ball goes over the line and out of bounds. Nani's done the rucking in this quarter, all the quarter. Gets the knockdown. Martindale can't break the tackle. The ball comes to the ground. In they go for the stacks on the mill, and we'll have another one. Bounce down this time. Whistle play time on again. Here we go. Bounce down by Scheffner. Nani gets rid of Chiswell and belts at 25 metres up towards Trigwell. Trigwell can't control it. Knocks it wide to the boundary. In comes Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick goes short to Omadai, who runs it over the line and out of bounds.
Good shepherd by Atherton on Manson too then to allow Kirkpatrick to clear.
Those little things off the ball are very important in a day like today in any game, I suppose, but more so in the Grandy. Up they go. Atherton's the one that takes... Oh, he's taken high by Dimer.
Let him have his kick. Let him have his kick.
And they want to vent their feelings against Dimer. Let's keep the ball moving, fellas. Atherton having his umpteenth kick for the quarter. Goes long. Garrett Kane's in the right spot and keeps his eyes on the footy, and he's taken the mark. The mark was back there. He goes long. Chiswell and Manson, up they go. A big pack. Nobody can take the mark. Well, it comes to Atherton. He's playing a ball burst from the half-back line, as we said before. Up towards McDonald. In comes Kane. Uses his body to advantage and forgets the footy. Comes to Neil. He runs onto it. Looks for it towards the centre half forward towards Bub. It's going to carry his across the top of him. Picked up by Bedwell. Shakes his... Handballs away. Over they go to in comes Reimers as the timekeepers dispute the free kick, which is no free kick because the umpire said it's not. Over the line and out of bounds.
Checked his head back a fraction earlier, did he?
Bidwell gets the ball down in front towards Neil. They scramble for the ball and we'll have a bounce down not far from the Donnybrook goal.
And Chiswell had this whole quarter in the ruck as well, Ray, as well as Nani for Bunbury.
I thought Bidwell started in the first 5 or 6 minutes. Knock towards Patani. He knocks the ball in front of him, gets a hand pass over the top. Over towards Austin Kelly. He's had one bounce. Teague's going to cut him down if he doesn't get rid of it. He does now. That's a quick transference of play. Will Leeds take this one? He's not. He hasn't held him except for the last one, the one he took above his head in the screamer. Out comes Martindale. Curl in the back line. Loses his footing. Gets onto it. Now he goes short to Bolton. Bolton well shepherded by Chiswell in that action there. He goes short again to East. Easton is looking for someone going past. Chiswell is, but he's... decides to ignore that one as he goes short again to Omadai. Omadai's going to handball out wide to Atherton. Atherton's got the run. In comes Kane. Fair bump from Kane. Over towards Evell. Evell's in front. The ball carries him. Neil's in the seat. Gets it across. He can't hold on to it. It comes to Evell. He's on his left foot. Drives it down the wing. Up goes Dimer and he took his eyes off the ball and that's a free kick. And they want to... Looks like McDonald wanted to kiss him then, I thought. These guys get a free kick and they don't want to take the ball. All they want to do is look at each other.
Just get married,
Down toward half forward. Up goes Evell. He can't take the mark. War takes a beauty.
Actually, Woff's taken some beautiful marks this game so far, Ray.
He's been a dangerous player for the Dons. Out comes Nani. He's in front. The ball won't meet it. Out goes Johns. He gets a knock forward. Nobody in Bunbury in the particular spot for it. Knocked out towards East by Kirkpatrick. That was good. Good hand pass by East to Chiswell. Chiswell sets it up short for Teague. Teague's a good 65, 70 metres out from goal, and he's looking for somebody up in the front. He's found someone moving somewhere. It is Bedwell sliding in from the side, led from in towards the forward line, and that was poor defence by the Bulldogs.
Very poor manning up, Ray, very poor. But just again, I mean, even the last couple of passages, you've seen Heath East just with a cool head, set up play again, over this side once, and then out there with a nice handball again from the outer wing.
Yeah, they seem to have helped Bunbury's run for now. Couple of steps from Bedwell, and this is going to be close. I'd say it's a point. Okay, it's a goal. And that's the Dons' first score for the quarter. They move to 8-3-51, Bunbury 4-3-27, and that really does put a dent in Bunbury.
And the beauty of going up the middle of the ground then, again, Ray, Heath East across to Chiswell and then straight down in the action zone. Sugar Atherton and Glenn Kirkpatrick been very good at defence this quarter, Ray. Martindale as well.
Yeah, liked Atherton's game.
3 minutes to go. 3.
Bounce down in the middle. It's been some time since we had a goal. Nani can't get the knock. It's a big swing over to Noonan. Noonan can't get his boot to ball. Nork and Hayward. Ball comes down between Noonan's legs. Nani is taken high. Play on's the call. Bolton's taken the ball and taken to ground, and they'll have a bounce down.
And the forbidden fruit van getting a bit wild down in the corner there, Ray.
No free plugs over there. The Donnybrook stand. Up they go. Chiswell gets it down to O'Keefe. Boot the ball quickly. Dimer's in front. Athens taking him on. And Neron marked it for mine. Play on's a call.
Bullshit!
And play on is a call. In they go.
There's the swearer.
Bloody ball!
He looked for a free kick out.
Well, I had to give him the mark and save all the trouble.
Play on as he's gone around. And they come now, and the ball goes out wide to nobody in particular. This will roll over the line and out of bounds.
Wilson giving Mansom's ear a nice little tickle there, Ray.
Yeah, maybe he likes that sort of thing.
Itchy.
Manson should have been keeping his eyes on the footy. No ruck for Bunbury in that contest. In comes Omadai. He breaks the tackle easy and decides I'll have a bounce on top of it. In comes Johns. Puts some pressure on. Over goes Teague. Holds his feet beautifully. Over he gets now. He wants to get around one. Hand pass forward towards Bub. Bub doesn't meet the ball hard enough. Kane does. Gets it to O'Keefe. Spins one way. Out he goes. Down the centre of the ground they go. Who's going to go for the big one this time? Johnny Burnell's not in the right spot. He ducks back. He's was trying to do something clever. Dimer puts it on the ball, left foot onto the boot and over the line and out of bounds in a very lackadaisical effort. Donnybrook goes short into Atherton once again. Atherton comes towards the press box side. It goes high. Up goes Voorhees in the box seat, spoilt by Eads. And the umpire's called too high. Donnybrook towards the wing. In comes McDonald. Narni's in the front. Stayed down by Kane. Gets it. Boots it quickly on the right foot. In comes Donnybrook. And Wilson drops it centre and off his chest as he goes to ground. I reckon he's holding the ball. Holding that comes out to Burnell. You're gone. He gets the hand pass quickly to Glass. Glass to Noonan. He's going to go around. You're in trouble. Holding the ball, that one. Play on, says the umpire. He gets it flicked off the ground. Comes to Bolton. Bolton gets a hand pass over to Woff. Woff gets out wide towards McDonald. McDonald's got the ball on the wing as the ball goes. Kept in play. And at half-time, we see the Dons 8-3-51. The Bulldogs 4-3-27, a lead of 4 goals in favour of Donnybrook. Bunbury played a very good first half in that quarter, but after that, it was Donnybrook steadied and held them at bay with only one goal being kicked in the second half of the quarter, and that was by the Dons. Well, Steve, get some best players from you for the half-time break.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt whose quarter that was, Ray. It was definitely Sugar Atherton. He was sensational from a half-back flank, taking a number of marks and really getting in after the hard ball. He was brilliant. He led a defence which was also getting some good service from players such as Glenn Kirkpatrick, and Hayden Martindale was putting his hand up that quarter too. I thought East and Bolton was still very good in the middle, and Chiswell, who rucked very hard against Shane Narney, who looked like really starting to dominate for a while there, but although he was still a good player for Bunbury, Chiswell worked into his own back again. I think Manson was still a good player at centre-half forward. Diamond looked dangerous a few times. He never got his hand on the ball to make those devastating possessions that he's quite capable of. And, you know, Donnybrook didn't get the ball into the attack very often, so the Bunbury players just nice, tidy defence in that quarter, but really didn't do it. And Marlon John's probably the best player for Bunbury at the moment. He was sensational with some of his running and really working hard around the ground to make some good coverage.
Thanks, Steve. Well, the half-time break, well, we have the frivolities at half-time, and we'll be back in 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, ready to start the second half of footy with Bunbury trailing by 4 goals.
And Big Ben Sykes into the ruck for the first time in the game, Ray, to oppose Bidwell.
Bidwell starting in the middle. Bounce down it is. Favours Sykes. Sykes gets it down. Only to see Donnybrook shark it onto the left foot of Omadai. Straight up and down just about. It's more than 10. He comes down to Kane. He can't get hold of it. Comes the hand pass out to Kelly. Austin, that is. Austin gets wide out to Rocket Ashworth. Doesn't get a favourable bounce. Good to see Proctor back out in amongst the fray. Bolton comes in with a good hand pass. Omadai's taken high and he'll get a free kick. Play on's a call now. They've got advantages. East goes streaming down the middle. This is where they won it in the first quarter. Straight down the middle. Long kicks. Out comes Evil on his right. Can't get a kick. Pushed off it by McDonald. Hand pass to Sheffers. Hand pass inside to Chiswell. Won't bounce up for him. Does now. He gets a hand pass to Bolton, sidesteps one, he's got free by for one step, sizes him up, straight through the eye to the little. Quick start to the Dons in the third quarter, just what they wanted and just what Bunbury didn't want.
You just can't help but be impressed by their no-nonsense style today, Ray. I mean, even again, you know, the free kick in the middle of the ground, on to East, straight down the middle and back into it they are again. And wouldn't you know it, another goal on the boot of Shane Bolton.
Yes, they've come out firing and not letting this sitting back and waiting for Bunbury to make the pace. They're going to make the pace and make Bunbury catch up. 5-goal difference. It's going to be hard for the Bulldogs.
I think you're hitting it on the head there, Ray. They're just making things happen and doing it their way.
Shaw handling of the ball. Bounce down in the middle again. Favours Donnybrook. Up goes Bedwell. Takes it cleanly. Gets a hand pass to Amadai. He set him right up. Never had a chance to get rid of it. And Remus takes him to the ground. We'll have a throw down. Bounce down.
Patain gone on to Bub in defence there, Ray.
Haven't had a look that far, Steve. Good to see you're doing your job. Getting well paid for it too. The ball will have another bounce down.
Interesting to see Xavier Teague spend some time in the forward line today because he's been so good in the middle in the last few weeks.
Bedwell takes the ball cleanly out of the air, comes out in the tackle, then he's grabbed too long in the tackle and Donnybrook get yet another free kick.
Have you got that on video? This is a free kick.
Very well looked after according to the timekeepers.
It's a free kick.
Runs out onto his left foot. It's a wobbly one that goes in towards nobody. He's going to bounce clean. Out comes Bub, takes it one grab. That's the way you go in a grand final. Ball's grabbed out by Kane. Hand pass to O'Keefe, puts him under the pump. He scrambles a kick towards Nesta Donnybrook players. Trigwell comes bouncing through. Onto his left. Gets the ball down long, high towards half forward. And up comes Sykes. Gets a two-fisted punch towards Sheffers. Then he butters up and takes the ball again. Lumbers away from him. Decides to have a bounce. Catch me if you can. He gets a kick in towards Dimer. 3 Bunbury blokes converge. No one touches it. Ball comes to Dimer. Flicks it up to Remus. He can't get his hands on the pill. Up comes Kirkpatrick. Gives it away to Glass. He's caught in heavy traffic. The ball comes to ground. Punched out by Hayward. Well done by Johns, but he can't take it. And better done by Trigwell. Scrambles it up to half to the wing. Woff takes another mark. Looks at Chiswell. Not a good delivery. Ashworth has made the play. Coming back. He wants to run around. Have a look. Just gets in time, it puts it out well in front of John Burnell to make a foot race out of this between him and Martindale. Proctor's going over to help him. Pushed down by Martindale. Play on's the call as the ball rolls over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in on the far side of the ground.
Jeff, like Martindale's game today, Ray. His first big league grand final, and he's been very good off half-back.
Yes. I hadn't given him enough credit before, but he's really played well. The knock comes straight down to Bolton. Straight hand pass over to East. Great left hand pass to Proctor. Put him under a bit of the pump to a certain extent. He's good enough to get it to Bub. Bub goes forward towards the top of the square. Neil and Maguire. Neil's going to take this. Poor defensive play by Maguire. He's got to be stronger on the man than that. And Dwayne Neil's taken the mark 25 metres out, 30 from where he kicks. And this could be problem time for the Bulldogs.
Poor manning by Bunbury here. Teague just sitting in front of the goal square there by himself if they wanted to give it to him.
Doesn't look anything wrong with this one. The Dons move to 10 goals, 3-63. The Bulldogs 4-3-27.
Dwayne Neal's second goal, Ray. He came off with the blood rule earlier in the match and came back out. He ended up spending a little bit of time in defence, went back up forward, and that's his second goal for the game.
Playing on one of his old teammates from the Boomers.
They might have been the Cardis back then, Ray.
I don't think it was that long ago, was it? You're saying that he's very old? Bounce down in the centre. Bunbury's got to get a wriggle on to get back in this game or Donnybrook's going to carve him to pieces. Not looking good. Bounce favours Donnybrook. Chiswell's in the middle. Knocked by Noonan over his head towards Remus, who overruns the ball. Trigwell decides he'll go in and take the footy. Can't pick it up. Dimer does pick it up, but he's tackled. So is Chiswell. Ball comes down in the tackle. Stacks on the mill as they go in, chasing the footy as we'll have a bounce down.
And Chiswell straight back into the ruck, Ray, too. Bidwell didn't spend much time in the centre.
No, but did well while he's there. Good knock there from Woff, got up high. In comes the Glass. He fumbles the ball. Amadai does too as it comes out in the tackle. Dived on by Johns. That was well done by the Bulldog. And we'll have another bounce down. Sykes and Chiswell over the top comes Ward. Good play by him. He knocks it down. Where's Bunbury? Can't get the ball. They're running forward of the play to East. East goes down direct as they did before, as we said, to Bub. He'll mark this, and he does. Very good acquisition to the Donnybrook side, this player.
And we Sykes into the ruck. Mansom's gone back to full forward for Bunbury too, Ray, after being very good centre forward in the first half.
Yes, I'm a bit surprised that I wouldn't have him that far down in attack. At least still having a centre forward, but
Reemers has come out to centre forward.
Imagine. Bub lining up deliberately for number 5. 45 metres out, no angle to speak about. Few steps, it's a good hoof too. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. Donnybrook moved to 11 goals, 3-69. The Bulldogs remain on 4-3-27, their half-time score.
Yeah, 3 goals to open the quarter, Ray. It's really ominous signs for Bunbury, as they say in the premiership quarter, I suppose. And again, Ray, it's been the midfield of East and Omaday and Bolton. They're just running hard through the corridor, aren't they? It's great to watch when they're coming through in waves. You saw that time East going, Bolton running alongside, then pulled back off to set the shepherd if he had to do it, but he didn't have to. But still, he was there for the support, which has been the rate of the game so far.
Sykes wins a knock. Ball doesn't come cleanly to Johns, the run of East. East really put it together in this quarter. Out direct to Bedwell and Narni. The ball comes to the ground. Ashworth tries to get away. He's going to run into trouble. He hasn't got much room. He wants to get rid of it. He's ran a long way. The umpire said you have ran too far.
I think he was right too.
Very brave call by the umpire, and a good one at that.
First game when our bloke got reported.
Bidwell lines up deliberately from 15 metres out on the left footer's side, 45-degree angle, straight through, is it? No, the goal umpire's made a bit of room, but Bunbury's walking away dejected. Goal number 12 to the Dons. They move to 12-3-75, the Bulldogs 4-3-27, and I can safely say it's all over Red Rover.
Big prediction there, Ray, and the goal umpire showing a good sense of theatre there, running across, just put a bit of doubt in the mind, but Bidwell kicking his 3rd goal.
Yes, he was, isn't he?
Noonan has not gone. We'll show him to you next year.
Back in the centre of the ground. Somebody's having a word to say. Favours Bunbury this time. Sykes goes up. He gets a knockdown, but taken by Bolton. He's claimed immediately. Never had an opportunity to get rid of it in my books, that the umpire says he did. Off they go with a spiral torpedo up towards Dimer. Dimer's done nothing. Over comes Remus. He tries to knock it forward, and he knocks it back into the Donnybrook hands of Trigwell. Trigwell goes high, wide and handsome. This is going to be over the line and out of bounds.
And Ray, it might be time for some, novel changes for Bunbury. Maybe someone like Kim Eads or John Bennell into the middle to add a bit of impact.
Anything is be better than what's going on at the present time, I think. Noonan looking forward. Goes high. It's not a good kick into the forward line. Remus gets rid of his player and takes the mark. Plays on. Taken away by Donnybrook. Trigwell has another kick. Roos at high, wide and handsome once again.
Hang on, Ray. We're coming back here.
What's he doing now?
I think we've paid a mark or a free kick here somewhere.
I'm at a loss too. The umpire's putting the Donnybrook player on the mark. So obviously...
back to Remus it is.
Back to Remus, who had taken the mark in the first place. He goes towards Manson. He takes a good mark above his head in front of Kendall.
And Kendall coming in with a bit of a question mark over him, Ray, but he's performed very well today. Kept Sykes pretty quiet when he was up forward.
Well, he certainly hasn't been disgraced by any stretch of the imagination. Tough competitor. An understatement to say the Bulldogs need this one. He lines them up deliberately, and it'll be a flower bag punt that doesn't carry. Knocked forward by Wilson. In comes Martindale. Martindale keeps it in front of him. He's taken high and will take a free kick.
The umpiring's improved, Ray.
There's never anything wrong with it, Rod.
And there's
And
50 metres for
penalty.
you as well.
The copies wouldn't buy anything off the bastard if we can give it.
Free kicks at this stage, Ray. 19 to 14 in favour of Donnybrook.
19 to 14 in favour of Donnybrook, and they think they've been hard done by. Play on's a call as they get the ball in favour. Over towards Teague. He'll take the mark over his head on the second bite, drops into his hands, plays on very quickly. Terrible kick. Over towards Patane. Patane's going to take the bouncing ball. Shepherd from Cairns enough to get him a bit of space. Over towards Glass. Glass a chip kick over towards Noonan. Noonan long hand pass to Evel. He's on his left foot. He goes long to half forward. Triggles in the box seat, takes the mark, and we'll have a kick.
16 to go. 16 to go.
Long high kick towards half forward. O'Keefe underneath. Devil from behind. Well done, spoilt by Teague. Hand pass comes from Bub over to Ashworth. Ashworth takes it and takes off towards Patane. He runs towards Sheffers and gets it over the top. The ball is partly smothered. Bunbury in trouble again. In comes Ashworth. The ball comes out towards O'Keefe. He's claimed. He gets a kick under some duress as the ball comes towards Kane. He attacks it. The only thing to do, had a chance to get rid of it. He's claimed too. So's Proctor. It's knocked forward by Bunbury towards the waiting Johns, but he's lackadaisical in his attack on the footy. He doesn't want to know about it, and he's trying to swing it. He's trying to swing at Sheffers. I don't know what the umpire's seen out of this one.
Must have been a high swing, Ray.
Must have touched him on the shoulder. Long, high, long hook, good kick. It's a telling kick into the forward line, and Shane Narney takes a strong mark in defence. On his left he goes. Out wide towards Glass, has got a little bit of space. Teague will be tracking him down. He's got to go back and steady the ship. He gets onto his left towards O'Keefe. He's got the run here if he can pick it up cleanly the first time. Good hand pass over to the run of Austin Kelly. Will he have a bounce? No, he won't. Looking to the lead of Manson. Manson's in front, goes up high. Gets it knocked down by Kendall. In comes Manson again and butters up on the ground. In goes Kendall and all over Stacks on the mill and a freak bounce down by the umpire.
And Kelly's looked dangerous. That's Austin Kelly when he's got the ball, Ray, but Bunbury probably haven't seen him get enough of it so far.
Not by any stretch of the imagination. He's battling to be in double figures, I think. The ball's thrown up in the soft patch over there, knocked forward by Woff, comes to Dimer. He knocks it down and skews off the side of the hands. In goes Johns. He can't get it. Yes, he can. No, he can't. And it's a Donnybrook kick for a high tackle.
Woff's been a good player, Ray.
Yes, he has been a very good player. He goes out wide towards Cheswell. Knocked forward by O'Keefe, picked up by Kelly. Austin. He goes onto his left, comes back. You're holding the ball, son.
He's tried to go the Dean Wallace and didn't quite work.
Martindale once again. Stood tall all day today. Cheswell takes the little pass that was put out there. He comes inside to centre half back, which is dangerous, but nobody's manning up on Donnybrook. Becoming a bunch of rabble at the present time, the Bulldogs. Down the middle they go with a big spiral down towards Sykes, but he's third in line. Should have punched it harder than that. Comes down to Ashworth, over to Glass, put him into trouble, but he's good enough to get out to Hoff onto his left. He goes wide and Bunbury in 2-on-1. Can Neville stand up in this one? He can't. There's 3-on-1. In comes East, cool, calm and collected again as he moves down through the middle. On his right, on his left, back to his right, kicks it down towards Bub. He knocks it to his own advantage, then butters up again. Comes up, backs in fight towards Bolton.
Great work.
Bolton's running on goal. Will he steady for a kick? Chips it over the top towards Dwayne Neal. Terrible kick. Set him up, put him into the hospital side. Over the hand pass to Proctor. Proctor over to McDonald. McDonald to Bub. Lines up for goal number 6. The Bulldogs look away in disgust. 13 goals, 3 the Dons, 4 goals, 3 the Bulldogs.
And that's 6 straight from Malcolm Bubba. It's just been a phenomenal performance. I mean, from the very first goal that he snapped brilliantly out of the forward pocket, and he's kicked some wonderful goals today.
Larry Patane's down with cramp as they're running on goal then. I thought it might have been the Dons that would have that problem. It's the Bulldogs starting to cramp up. We'll get a by-play off the ball at centre forward. Steve, keep your eyes on that line as Austin Kelly and... Donnybrook get a free kick.
Rainmaker.
Anybody ball on the wing. Up goes Button, just about takes it unattended. Devil didn't want to know about it. In goes O'Keefe trying to set the place alight. Can't do so. In goes Chiswell, jumps around one. Gets a great hand pass to Teague. A look away hand pass to Woff. Woff runs to 50. Didn't see Ashworth coming in. Gets his kick in anyway. Up towards Neil. Neil can't mark. Maguire runs it across the line and gets dumped for his troubles. And one behind is the score, and that's 13-4. Great kicking by the Dons, 82 to 4-3, 27. Bunbury still haven't added to their half-time score.
And looks like Bennell might have been moved up the ground. John Bennell, that is, for Bunbury, and Austin Kelly gone into the forward line as opposed to Glenn Kirkpatrick.
Ball's going to come out wide. That's short to Evel. Didn't look like it was good off the boot, but it's good enough for him to get the mark. Teague goes up and covers the mark. Evel's gone around. Will he get around too? He's putting himself in danger and gets a kick to Glass, and you're lucky that he was able to read the play coming out of there because Evel looked in trouble. They go forward again. This is the only way. Straight down the middle is to go. Over towards Narnia. He fumbles the ball that came from Ashworth. In goes Dwayne Neal. Play on's the call now as they've got advantage. Heath East runs to 50. He's run to 49. Lines them up. In they go. Straight over the goal umpire's hat once again. 14-4. That makes the Dons 4-3 the Bulldogs.
He's played a fantastic game, East Ray. He's come back to the club in Donnybrook late in the season after a fantastic 1998, and he's had a fresh sort of approach to his game in the second half of the season. He's been very, very good today.
Terrible to have a guy of his ability coming on you halfway through the season, isn't it?
Looks at it.
Tigers all over Red Rover a little while ago.
We see Larry Patain hobbled to the bench for Bunbury with Adam Kelly coming back on and into defence, looking like he's probably going to pick up Malcolm Bubb. nice ask, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks very much, Coach.
Bloke who's kicked 6 goals straight for the day.
Chiswell takes it out of the air, straight to Amadai, and off they go again. Adam Kelly took all the time in the world to come off the bench and run out the Bubb, and he's taken an easy chest mark uncontested. Lack of discipline from the Bulldogs.
He'll make the distance, you know.
Okay, he's going to make the distance according to the timekeeper from the Donnybrook camp. 55 out. They've gone forward from every bounce down, the Dons, in this quarter.
And great work from Amadei to clear the centre again.
Very easily. Have a look at that one, he said. It's carried the goalpost high through for a point. That would have been a burster if that had gone through the middle.
Sporty's copybook. Sporty's copybook, Ray.
I had to do it sometime. 14-5 to 4-3. Bunbury under siege. Ball comes in low and strong out to the 50-metre line towards Johns. He's got 2 to beat, and then he fumbles it. Bubb's on his tail. Then he comes, he knocks it inboard. Bubb's kept it in time. Handball's over to Bolton. Bolton sees Dwayne Neal all unattended, straight on his chest, and Neal 50 metres out. Will probably have a hook at goal.
It's a great chase by Bubb.
Well, put him onto the pressure, and that's all I want. It's a helicopter job, and this is going to be touched on the line. 14-6 the Dons, that's 90. 4-3, 27 the Bulldogs. Yes, it's a desire that the Dons have got that have put the Bulldogs in this position. No easy kicks out there for the Bulldogs. The Dons are riding on a high now as in comes Maguire, goes out to Adam Kelly. He takes the mark, runs around onto his left, goes long and high towards Ashworth. Ashworth will take the mark here. Looking further afield for some movement. Dimer offers him a lead. It's going to come his way. Can he get up? Well, Sykes will come over the back. They fight each other. Sykes takes the mark. Nobody on the mark as he goes forward. Who's in front? He's going to give it to nobody in particular. Let the ball bounce in the middle and fight for it. Good hand pass, or not a really good hand pass, coming from Martindale over to Sheffers. Sheffers back to Trigwell, puts him under the pump. He gets the ball touched off the boot from mine, taken by Eads for one of his very few kicks. He hasn't been paid. It was touch ball. That's how the ball ended up there. And the ball comes into the 50-metre line, and we'll have a bounce down.
And try should say, that's all I can say. Bobbling around like that, you've got to jump on it fast. Serving.
Just 10 minutes.
Bounce down in the Bulldogs trying desperately to get a score on the board. Bolton swings around one way or the other, gets boot to ball, and who's in front? Takes it on his marks. McDonald, hand pass quick to Heast. Here we go with a run down the outer side. Kane's chased after him, doesn't do anything, just puts him under pressure. Ashworth is in front of this with Proctor tracking him down. He picks it up, well, he's going to look around, gets around Proctor too easily in that one. In comes Johns to give a Shepherd, and the ball is passed off to Noonan. Noonan needs to do something with this quickly. They're taking too long to move the ball in the forward line as the Dons get back in numbers. It's blue and white jumpers everywhere. He goes high. It's not a good pass in towards the forward line. Do you want to be a forward into that? Campers, up goes Wall. He gets onto his left. Left out towards Noonan. He spoils the bloke in front with a push, and that's a free kick to the Dons. The man Bolton, the runner-up in the Hayward medal this year. He gets it over towards Omadai. These two guys they've picked up from the lower southwest. The Dons have recruited very, very well. Two very, very good players. He goes out to the half-forward line. In front is Proctor. Over the back is Ashworth. No one can take the mark. In comes Maguire. Gets a hand pass over to Kane. He's taking too long to get rid of it. He's got enough to get the boot onto the ball. Where's Eads? He's sandwiched between the Dons. They go to ground. Picked up by Dimer. He can't get the ball free. It jars out towards Atherton. Atherton gets a long bomb up to the half-forward, and up goes Evelyn. And he takes the mark above his head.
Trigwell hurt behind play a bit too.
Here comes a kick across to the runner, Nani. He want to be good. He's got 3 to beat here. He's got no support here. In comes Hoff now, give him a Shepherd son. Then he takes his eyes off the ball, drops it through his hands. Picked up by East Cooley to Bub. Cooley over to Bidwell. He's on his left. He pops it up across the top, and Teague will take this on his chest. All from a very, very poor effort from Nani. They chipped that across towards Bub, and he's 40 metres out. Maybe, about 40 metres out, lining up for another.
And Trigwell just in the centre of the ground there, Ray, struggling a little bit. Don't know whether it's a shoulder, but copped a heavy knock.
It's hot days, just trying to get some wind through the system.
Here comes the magic water, so you should be right.
Well, goal last quarter we got you because we're 3 points up, mate.
I haven't got any money left to bet on that. I had it all on before the game.
That looks pretty good to me, Steve.
Yep, he's played very well, Malcolm.
15 goals, 6, 96 the Dons, 4-3-27 the Bulldogs.
7 goals, 1 to Bub. What an outstanding contribution up forward for Donnybrook.
I wonder if he swaps sides at 3/4 time, the Bulldogs might have a chance.
Well, it's never over, is it? It's never over. 3 goals.
21 years for him to win a premiership, Ray, last year. They must have enjoyed the feeling by the looks of this.
Yes, back to back. What an achievement under separate coaches. Come on. Now boy, Pulford in the middle of the ground. Bounce favours Donnybrook. In comes Bolton. He takes the ball. He's taken high, and he'll take a free kick.
11 free kicks to 1 to Donnybrook this quarter, Ray.
Oh, they've been pretty hard done by, haven't they? Out goes Donnybrook towards east.
Improved out of sight since quarter time.
In comes Proctor. He gets the run of the ball. The forward line can get the handball over. He's taken high. No play on, says the umpire. In comes Bunbury. They're worried about the play. Get on with the footy, fellas. As the ball goes into a pack, and they'll have a bounce down.
Mate, that was just a very good input shoulder. He was trying to make something out instead of pulling on the ball.
Up they go, McDonald and Remus. The ball comes down to Bunbury. He's taken in the tackle. Good hand pass to Teague. Teague to Omadai. Omadai sights him up, and he misses to the right-hand side. The Dons in total control at Anne's Oval in the 1999 grand final. 15-7, 97 to 4-3-27.
And giving the goals an absolute peppering at the moment, Ray. You just find it hard to see where Bunbury are going to mount their next attack from.
Very dejected lot that are out there at the present time. At least make it good on the scoreboard or respectable. Out towards O'Keefe.
Taking 1 mark this quarter. Very well.
It looks like Remus has gone into the ruck, and Sykes back to centre half forward with Manson still down at full forward.
Dimer goes up, goes straight underneath the ball. Doesn't read the flight of it in any shape or form. And if he's not a sad man, sadly out of touch, I don't know what is. Atherton takes another one of his marks and drives it down to the half-forward line. Up they go in numbers, the Dons. Out comes War. He gets a hand pass to Teague. Another cool hand pass to Bub. You're going to be mowed down. No, Noonan wasn't quick enough. Scrambles the ball forward. What's coming up here? Just a goal to Sheffers.
They're just absolutely all over him at the moment, Ray. Just winners all over the ground. Another great effort by Woff there to get the ball out of a congested area and a contest in the air.
It's just too easy.
do that to me, Ron. Boy, you had a red card.
Cars streaming out of the ground at Hands Oval, and I wonder why.
Well, Mines will be disappointed about that. They're not going to stay and drink the rest of that beer. How long to go now?
Bounce down in the third quarter in the dying stages as up goes Chiswell, gets a knockdown taken by Johns. First centre break for the Bulldogs this quarter. He's had one bounce. That's how they should have broken it open the first time. Up comes Manson. The ball carries his head and over the top to Kendall. Kendall swings it wide to Wilson. Wilson takes the mark, plays on quickly. He's dumped by Eads. Too late, says the umpire. And up relayed free kick to the Dons.
Well, she would have been anyway.
I'm not taking the foot.
Teague has the footy at half back. Kicks it long to the half forward. Chiswell's in front here. He nearly takes the mark. Bounces over his head into the arms of Remus. Remus runs away and looks towards O'Keefe. He's in a nest of Dons, taken by McDonald. Hand pass to Woff. Woff scrambles it out to Chiswell. Comes down towards Tuia. Knocked forward by Ashworth. Ashworth and Kane. And Kane's ridden into the ground and will take a free kick. No, it's Noonan. Noonan over to Adam Kelly. He kicks long. The only way to go. Up goes Eads. He can't take the mark. He took one in the first quarter and he's got nowhere near it since. Out comes O'Keefe. Stands back, well done. Gets out of that very nicely. Gets it around the corner towards Sykes. He's got just lumbers around after it. He's got that Donnybrook player. Had the opportunity to get rid of it. Holding the pills to score. Out comes Dimer. Dimer gets a hand pass towards Bennell. Bennell sights up the big sticks. Terrible kick. Maybe Hoff will get this on his chest if he gets there hard enough. But he doesn't. And it runs over the line for a first score for the Bulldogs to go to 4-4, 28, 16-7, 103 the Dons.
Just 4 minutes to go and Bunbury's first score for the quarter of force behind, Ray.
Ball comes into play to someone unmarked by 20 metres in Trigwell. He goes long again towards McDonald. His own teammate takes him out. Over to O'Keefe. He's on his left. Goes long this time looking for Eads or Manson. Knocked forward by Manson towards anybody but Dons. But the Dons clear it up. Atherton gets a hand pass back receives a hand pass. Gets it onto his boot. Underneath the ball is Kane. An easy mark taken by Woff. He gets a little kick out to Bolton.
Something stopped the other way from going, didn't it?
Bolton goes long down the outside to Tuia. Tuia and Ashworth, the two Terriers, go after the footy as it goes over the line and out of bounds. Ball come into play, Chiswell and Remus. Remus gets the front position, knocks it over the back to Johns. No one's manning him. He's jogging through the middle, decides to put a bit of a spurt on. Chiswell at least chasing. Good stuff by the big fella. He gets it to Dimer. Dimer takes the mark 45 metres out from goal. It's an open forward line, but there's all Dons that are in there.
Austin Kelly limping off for Bunbury to be replaced by Brad O'Reilly, Ray.
O'Reilly going down the forward line, played all his football this year in the defence. Dimer's lining up for goal. It's a good long kick. That's not too bad. It's fading a bit to the right. What's the deal from the goal umpire? We'll wait on this one. Goal number 5 to the Bulldogs. 5-4-34. They trail the Dons 16-7, 103.
Two to go. Got.
Good direct kick by Diamond, but gee, they need a lot more than that, Ray. Just Donnybrook still looking very good at this stage. It'll be interesting to see just whether Bunbury can get some sort of run on.
Are you saying you're still not convinced that Donnybrook are over the line?
Funny old game, grand finals, Ray.
Don't sit on the fence, Steve. Make a decision.
Yeah, Swans. Swans were 10 in 9 in front or something.
Bounce down in the middle. Up they go again. Knocked there to comes down to Teague. Hand pass to Sheffers. Gets an underground pass. Doesn't go anywhere. In comes Kane. Drives it as hard as he can. Donnybrook are in front with Wilson. Awful bounce. Trigwell's backing him up. He grabs it and boots it. He's passed it to Peter Betty. He said, have a kick, Pete.
And just for useless statistics,
Bunbury
Ray,
going
that's
backwards. The goal's at the other end, guys.
just a useless statistic. That's Trigwell's second kick out of bounds on the full.
He gets a short to Glass, gets a hand pass to Hoff. Hoff can have a bounce and run to 50. No, he's just going to run to 50. Goes the forward pocket. O'Reilly's leading, but he doesn't lead hard enough. Waits for the ball, and in comes Kirkpatrick and punches it over the line and out of bounds. Chiswell forces Sykes under the ball, gets a hand pass to Bolton, gets likewise to Teague. Teague looks down the ground towards Omadai, takes an easy mark on his chest. Well, not easy, but pressured, but he was, the way he's played, he took it easily. So a number of touches, this fella. Here goes long to towards Bub. Bub comes from behind of Adam Kelly. No mark taken. In goes Evil, puts him down the ground. Evil's on the ground. In comes Bub, knocks it forward towards Teague. In comes McDonald. He didn't want it. Adam Kelly did. Gets a long hand pass to no one in particular. In goes Hoff. Tries to shepherd the ball away from Sheffers. Gets it to Glass. Sheffers puts Glass down after he's got rid of the footy. John Spark handballs to himself. In comes O'Keefe. He's caught holding the ball. Play on's the decision. They've got advantage, and Donnybrook are going mad, and they've had plenty of it. In goes Teague. Can't get a good soccer on the ball. Comes to Kelly. Kelly on his left foot, looking towards Sykes. Sykes meets the ball, bounces on it and hits him in the chin. Picks it up on the second or third attempt. He's gone from behind, holding the ball. And so it should be. 3 Dons want to take it off him. And that man East. He goes high, wide and hands him up towards McDonald. McDonald takes the mark, but Evil comes in late to spoil, but too late as the mark's been paid. And there's the siren for the end of third quarter. McDonald lines up from 50. We're right behind this one. This could be a real clinker. They go up in the square. It's right on the line. What's the decision from the goal umpire? 4 points. What a way to end the quarter. 17-7, 109. The Dons are 5-4-34, the Bulldogs. And they'll be very pleased with that quarter, the Dons. They've really put paid to the Bulldogs. Steve had a couple of seconds to have a look at what your best players were for the third quarter.
Well, I don't think he can go past Malcolm Bubb that quarter. Ray's kicked 3 more to his tally to go to a match total of 7 goals, 1. Just a fantastic effort up forward for Donnybrook. I thought Michael Omadai, he's probably very close to the best on the ground, I'd say. He's picked up a lot of possessions and very good in both the first and third quarters, and quite a serviceable contributor in the second quarter as well. So he's looking at goods for the Pike medal at this stage for mine. Heath East and Shane Bolton also been very, very good out of the middle for Donnybrook. For Bunbury, really hard to find any best players that quarter. They only had a couple of scoring shots, which were very disappointing. 1 goal, 1 for the quarter. One of those was a force behind, and the other a goal to Damien Dimer. Maybe Chris O'Keefe tried hard that quarter, captain, trying to lead his team out of it. Ashworth and Evil tried hard in defence, and Noonan got a little bit of the ball, but nothing to be effective to stop the run of Donnybrook.
Very hard to find a passenger for the Dons.
Yeah, look, they had winners all over the ground, Ray, and they're looking very, very good at this stage. Some good goal kickers, as I said, Malcolm Bubb with 7, Brendan Bidwell with 3, Dwayne Neal and Heath East with 2 each. And, that's been pretty damaging for East. Letting the midfielders get down there. Bolton's kicked a goal, Cheffers has kicked a goal. So, the Dons streaming in forward from the middle of the ground to kick goals as well.
Thanks, Steve, and we'll come back in a couple of minutes for the final quarter of the 99 grand final that Donnybrook have well in their keeping as they lead 17-7, 109 to the Bunbury side, 5-4-34. Quarter underway, and as I said in the closing comments of the third quarter, Donnybrook got this game well in hand. And there's no way in the wide world Bunbury will come back from here, but what do you think Peter Betty could say to Bunbury at three-quarter time?
Well, there was plenty of fire and brimstone as usual out there, but Nani going to start the ruck for Bunbury. Interesting to see Greg Evil moving into the centre of the ground. Glass where he should be in the middle. Noonan still in there, and Sykes gone back to full forward. Manson where he should be back at centre half forward.
Right. I think realistically that all he could say is at least do something for his supporters and make the scoreboard look reasonable. Bounce down in the middle. Up they go. Nani's taken out of it by Chiswell. Play on's a call. Second bounce comes up over their heads. Comes to Teague. A deft little flick over towards East. East gets a hand pass to Omadai. Omadai goes forward towards Tuia. He'll mark this on his chest, and the Dons are well into attack early.
And look at Bub all by himself.
Standing all alone. It's straight out in front of goals. And if I'm not mistaken, that's Adam Kelly's man. He would have been 30 metres away.
And again, it's those big players, Ray. East getting out in the middle to Omade, straight to the president himself. Little Nigel Chewy popping around out there on the flank.
Yes. This is number 8 for Bub if he kicks it straight. They put the mocker on him, didn't they? I should have done that in the third quarter. Over the line, out of bounds on the full. Bunbury bring it back in and over towards Maguire. He takes a couple of steps, he's off, gets a hand pass that only goes halfway to Hoff. Bounces unkindly, he can't get rid of it. He handballs it straight over the line and out of bounds. And the umpire says that's a chuck, and we'll have a free kick to the Dons. Bolton.
29 kicks to 16 in favour of Donnybrook, Ray. Free kicks.
29-16. They've been well and truly looked after in this encounter. They've all been thoroughly deserved. Not many you could argue about. In comes O'Reilly. He's in defence where he should be also, and he handballs over the line and out of bounds, but further down the track. Yes, I think the umpires have done a very, very good job. There's not many decisions out there you could question. Back into play. Timekeepers wants to talk to me, but I'm not going to talk to him. In comes Terrier, gets a long hand pass defensively to East. One way and then the other, then chips forward. Woff didn't know it was coming his way. He didn't want it. O'Keefe does. There's a free kick paid off the ball to Ashworth and signalled over the shoulder. Then it's play on. O'Keefe gets it to Glass. Glass cuts inboard back to O'Keefe. He gets looking forward down there to centre forward. Terrible kick. Manson can't meet the ball on the full. Bounces underneath his hands. In comes Trigwell. Played a good game at half back. He gets a hand pass to Martindale. Likewise has played well. Overruns that one. But so does Manson, and the ball trickles over. Gets booted over the line and out of bounds, but was touched in a transit, and it will be a throw in.
Interesting to see how the Donnybrook midfield's been rotated around too, Ray. Teague back into the middle now, Omade up forward. He's rested them beautifully, and they've just worked to perfection, really, those changes. Yeah,
they won't feel any tiredness the way the scoreboard's looking. Noonan gets a long bomb in towards Eads. Eads tries to get his man out of the way. Wilson done well. Then comes, looks like Dimer. Dimer makes a contest over it. The ball gets back to Trigwell. They're backing up well, the Dons. He gets a kick out towards Manson, tries to takes the ball. In comes Chiswell, picks it up, goes to hand pass, then doesn't. Hand kicks long along the wing and towards Sheffers, but overcomes Woff. Woff takes a mark on his chest. He's had a number of those. He looks forward. Where's Bub? He's got around Evil with calculated ease. He looks forward towards Bub. He's unattended, but in comes Ashworth. The ball's misdirected. Ashworth is slowly coming to contention of Bunbury's best. Bunbury have lost that play on football. They're crisscrossing the ground. Goes to Noonan in the centre, right in the centre. He chips it short to Ashworth, who's run on. He's trying to offer him to lift the Bulldogs' legs. He goes along with a terrible kick on that one, and Trigwell will camp underneath this one and take it easily. Well kept. Manson was well kept out by Wilson on that occasion.
He's just talking about Donnybrook there. I think the way they like to celebrate, the only time they'll be tired is in about 3 days' time.
Exactly. There'll be a wing ding of a party in the Donnybrook town side tonight as that ball comes out from Trigwell to O'Reilly. He takes a mark. Great hand pass to Glass, and Glass great kick in towards Johns, and Johns will have a set shot on goal.
If they kick the next 13, Ray, Bunbury will be in front.
You're a wise man, Steve. Deliberately lined up by Johns. He's only 25 metres out, and it's fading a little bit to the left, I think. No. Goal umpire says it's a home, and Johns is heading for the centre, so he was confident that it was. 6-4 the Bulldogs, and they trail the Dons 17-7.
And Johns becomes Bunbury's only multiple goal kicker with 2 for the day, Ray.
With 6 goals, they can't have too many of them, can
You wouldn't think so.
I'm a little envious of those blokes under that yellow and white tent up there. I wonder what there's a lot of them now. I wonder what goes on under there.
20 to go. 20.
Sweet nectar, I think, right?
You think they'd walk down and offer you something through the throat, wouldn't you? In the middle they go again. Chiswell gets a knock, comes down towards Bolton. He fought and knocks the ball out to his advantage. In comes Johns. Johns decides the man's better than the ball and obviously misses both. In comes, he gets a good smother on the ball on that one though. Manson can't pick it up. Chiswell can. Goes in it hard. Martindale swings the ball out and fortuitously goes to Trigwell. Trigwell short to that man East. A little bit warmer here than what it was in England, I'll bet. But I bet he's enjoying every bit of it.
He's been hot today too, Ray. Don't worry about that.
No risk whatsoever. Straight down the middle to centre forward. Bub and Woff knocked forward by Bunbury. O'Reilly gets another hand pass. He's cool in that sense. In comes Glass. Glass had a lot of possessions. He's on his left foot again. Johns won't run hard enough to mark the ball. Gets put down easily when he tried to put Martindale down. And worrying about the man again, as we said, Chiswell coolly knocks it across the line for a throw-in on the half-forward flank for the Bulldogs.
It's an unlikely matchup, but Dean Wilson's done a pretty good job on Kim Eads today, Ray.
He has.
Don't talk about that, please.
Brian Bolton's taken high in that contest and by Manson accidentally, and but irrespective, that's a free kick. There's not the bloke that played for South Manly for years.
No.
Oh, I
That's
didn't think so.
brother of Troy Wilson, actually, who coaches the Peel Thunder. That other one, the other Dean Wilson.
I know. The timekeeper's not biting. He's happy man. And one would expect him to be so. Omadai, very good player, goes short. Nani chips in front of Bub and takes an easy mark. What will he do with this one? Goes out to the right, down towards the middle. That's the only way to go. The ball's going to carry Manson's head straight into Trigwell. And a dirty day for the Dogs. As Trigwell picks himself up and coolly takes its time walking back to get rid of the footy.
And we see Dean Taylor's come onto the ground in the forward pocket too, Ray. We've seen nothing of him so far today.
Oh, I've missed him all day, actually. Ball comes over that man Wilson we're talking about. He goes long towards Taylor. Taylor forces way in front, takes a strong mark.
Beautiful timing.
Yes, let me out there amongst it. He gets a kick to centre half forward. Nani's in front. It's not carrying. It was not a long kick by any stretch of the imagination. Nani goes across ground to Hoff. Hoff has got it there out to Glass. He's covering a lot of ground, the old timer, getting lots of possessions and racking them up, but they can't go forward from his kicks too far. Over towards Bennell, in chips east. Ball comes down to O'Keefe, who lends a hand. Great hand pass to Manson on the half forward line at the 50-metre line. Gives it to Dimer. Dimer runs around on his left foot, a little chip to Eads, who takes the mark. 25 metres out from goal.
Glass having a fantastic last quarter for Bunbury, Ray, and Ashworth as well.
Yes, Ashworth's come right into calculations for the Bulldogs, the best players. A couple of steps from Eads and straight over the goal umpire's hat, and they move to 7 goals for 46 to the Dons, 17-7, 109.
All the Dons might be slightly tiring a little bit, Ray, here, but they've certainly done enough to get a huge lead on the scoreboard, and that's where it counts, especially in that third quarter, isn't it, where they kicked 9 goals.
Yeah, fantastic quarter. They call it the Premiership quarter, and it certainly was on this occasion. Bounce down again in the middle. Nani and Chiswell. Neither one takes a clean knock. Ball comes towards Donnybrook. Little toe poke doesn't go anywhere. Stacks on the middle. The ball comes out to Glass by the look of it. He's unceremoniously thrown to the ground, and we'll have another ball up. Bounce down once again. Knocked over the back by Nani. Comes down towards O'Keefe. He can't get on it as Bolton puts his body on the line. Chiswell picks it up one step, kicks forward on his Adam Kelly playing in front of Bub. He gets away on his left foot. Comes out wide to Glass. He's racking up these possessions in the last quarter, as we said a couple of seconds ago. And he takes another mark. Glass goes towards Manson. The big man's up there in the position. Rode by O'Keefe, but they quickly claim him as he gets a boot to ball, bounces awkwardly. Here comes Noonan. Noonan fumbles once again. Hand pass over the top to Johns. Johns swings it over his shoulder. He's had a snap on goal. Not much movement behind the goals. Donnybrook walking away from the goal umpire, and it's another one to the Bulldogs. 8 goals for 52 to 17-7, 109. But the horses bolted.
That's Johns' third goal, Ray, and he hasn't been too bad a player for Bunbury today. I mean, early when they were needing something out of the midfield, he tried to give them a spark, even though it didn't really have that much effect on the outcome. I mean, he's still had a lot of the footy and tried hard for the Bulldogs today.
He certainly has. Unfortunately, they just had too many passengers, the Bulldogs, and really it's one of those old cliches that they have. You can only play as well as the opposition lets you, and it's certainly been the case today with the Dons.
Well, there's a few players out there for Bunbury who've hardly had a touch all day. Well, it's hard to find a really bad player for Donnybrook. There's winners everywhere.
Yes, giving any awards out tonight, well, I think it'll just be team effort. Bounce down in again, in the centre. Up goes Chiswell, who coolly takes it out of the play and drops the ball, then gets back into it, gets a kick on it. In comes O'Keefe. That was great play by the skipper. Onto his left foot. Manson's on his own here, but he can't mark it. The ball's going to bounce awkwardly as the Dons converge on him. Hand pass over the top to Noonan. That was a good hand pass. Reminiscent of old. Noonan goes long towards the goal square. Up they go, and it looks like Sykes can't hold it. Nork and Kendall knocked out by Wilson. In comes Eads. He's going to play around with it. Gets around. Boom. No, they miss him. Here comes Dimer. One step on your left foot, straight through the middle. And the Bulldogs get another one on the board. 9-4-58 to 17-7, 109 the Dons.
That's right.
Very optimistic timekeeper in the box here. 1 goal a minute will do it, Bob.
And looks like Atherton coming off with the blood rule too. Fantastic game he's played today.
Yes. Dad's got something to be proud of today.
He'd be proud if he didn't get a kick. What are you talking about?
El Presidente will go onto the ground.
Put a bit of speed on the ground now. What I needed. Last one.
Bounce down in the middle. A little delay with the blood rule. Chiswell, Nani. Neither get a clean tap out again. They've been running into each other's bodies in those contests. Comes out to Glass, gets a hand pass to O'Keefe. O'Keefe to Kelly. Kelly, that's Adam. Over to Kane. Kane's on his wrong foot, straightens up onto his left now, which is his unnatural kick. Comes towards McDonald, gets a spoil over Diamond. Johns runs onto it towards Eads. Great pick up by Eads. Screws it back over his shoulders. Not going to come anywhere near far enough, I don't think. It's over the line and on the full. And a relieving free kick will be taken by the Dons in defence by Martindale.
Not a good option by Eads then, Ray. You think he might have taken Wilson on with his speed and cut back inside?
Yes, that's happened a number of times. Long kick out of defence by the Dons towards Sheffers. Knocked forward by Hoff. Comes to Bolton. Bolton is dumped unceremoniously after he gets rid of the footy. East has marked it, but the free kick's paid. Gets a hand pass to Chiswell. Chiswell sidesteps one way, then the other. East goes over and backs him up, gets another kick. He's racked up the possessions also over to Teague. Teague runs onto his right foot after taking the mark towards the President. Gets it, the President's taken a nice mark, unattended. Riley coming in to take the mark. Plenty of movement in the Dons camp. Over the back towards Woff. He'll take this mark. In comes Kelly. Not strong enough on the ball or the man. This guy's very strong overhead. Gets a little kick over to that man, Bub.
You'd nearly back him, Ray, wouldn't you?
I'm not saying anything after the last one.
Little surge of 4 goals there for Bunbury, Ray, but Donnybrook, some good run back down the field that time around.
Yes, not to be outdone, just in case. Mel Bubb lines up from 45 in the right pockets, going straight across the face of the ground or more towards the top of the square. Nani's there, he's edged under it by Chiswell, and the mark is paid. Chiswell doesn't mind a goal or two.
He's been a pretty solid contributor all day, Ray. Today tried very hard in the ruck and down forward.
He's played very well at ground level. He's butted up after the ruck knock a number of times and got the ball out. Deliberate shot on goals. He has a bit of a skip, runs in towards goals. Not much movement behind the goals. 1 point only is the result. 17-8, 110 to the Dogs of 9-4, 58. Adam Kelly leaving the ground. Stewie Hayward about to come back on.
In the first half. No,
Maguire runs out to the lead and honours the lead of Glass. He's right on his tail is East, and so is Waff. And Stewie Hayward just came on the ground. He's going to get a kick. No, he's going to get a hand pass over to Glass. Glass back to Stewie Hayward. He's on his left foot. Good shepherd from level. Gets a kick up to Garrett Kane. And he takes off with Omarai hot on his tail. Gets a kick to centre half forward. Diamond's at the back, goes up underneath the ball, taken by Bennell, shrugs one tackle, gets around onto the right, gets a lead out towards Eads. He couldn't quite make the ball. Wilson tailing him right to the boundary line, and he's not going to get a kick this time either. The right forward pocket for the Dons. Ball comes to Noonan. Scrambles a kick over the top of the pack. Bounces over the top of those two running for it. Bounces towards Bennell. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. Yes, he can. Handball over to Manson. Touch ball off the boot. Went through the middle, but it was touched. (9-5-59) the Bulldogs. 17-8, 110 the Dons. Triggle goes to the far side once again. Good long bombing kick out towards Sheffers. Hoff forces him underneath the ball, and the ball rolls over the line. That'll be on the virtually on the full, because it wasn't touched as it will come back into play.
Chewy coming back on off for Atherton, who's stitched up and got the headband going now, Ray.
Lovely to see a bit of claret. Not allowed to show it. Ball comes from the Donnybrook defence out, and Sheffers takes a mark on his chest on the far side of the ground.
And a lease of life for Atherton too, going to half forward for a much needed change for his behalf.
Do something different. Ball comes towards Ashworth. He can't take it. Nork and the Dons. Then Taylor comes back on it, sizes up the options in the middle of the ground, and Waff is there to get another mark.
He's taken a few today, Ray, and he's been a very good player.
Wide towards Chiswell. He'll get this on his chest with Remus in pursuit. You went around, you're off, says the umpire. Remus has got him. He gets a hand pass because he's back up from East. He's always there. He gets a chip kick over towards Bolton. Bolton's going to drop it short in front for Dwayne Neal. He should be able to take it on his easily, but he didn't. Maguire gave up and was surprised the ball came over the top, but he's taken high when he's trying to pick up the pill. And the Bulldogs will have the relieving kick. The umpire called him to come back around behind his mark. It's very pedantic, but it's a rule. Not much on offer as Hoff goes across goal. He decides no, will come down the members' side, and he goes straight to Bolton. There are 3 Donnybrook players in line for that. The Dons is looking for Dwayne Neal coming out again. Up comes Nani. Good spoil by Nani. Makes a contest of the ball and over the line, and out of bounds it goes once again. There's a lull in play as the bit of a stalemate in the present time. Ball comes into play. Knocked forward by Chiswell towards the goals. Runs onto his someone I couldn't pick up in Taylor, was it? And he's kicked it over the line. Gee, I thought that was out in the full. I thought it was too, Bob, but the scoreboard says a 17-9, 111 to 9-5-59.
Put that down as another free kick.
Yeah, you just got to kick back into play then. In comes Nani. Nani takes the mark, gets a long kick out towards Garrett Kane, who takes a strong mark over War, and that'll be about the first time he's been outmarked today. Kane goes towards Dimer. Dimer comes in from behind, then takes the front. Wilson near on takes the mark, but is then taken high.
Gee, Dimer's been caught under the ball a lot today. Just really hasn't got his touch up at all.
East here. He hasn't been able to read the flight of the ball at any stage, Dimer. Ball comes now to Remus. Remus looks towards Manson. It's 3-on-1 here. He takes a mark. Can he get the hand pass over to Eads? Can he use his pace now? He's run forward. He's gone to the vacant goal square. Will it bounce the right way for the Bulldogs? It's off target, and a 1 behind is a result as they move to 9-6-60. The Dons are 17-9-1-1-1. Trigwell goes to that far side once again. One Donnybrook player amongst 3 Bunbury, and who comes down with it? Matty Kendall.
That should be good if Kendall moved that forward, Ray. Then he could kick it to Dwayne Neal and we could have the captain to Neal then.
I've lost it.
No justice.
You've done it, haven't you, Steve?
It was a good one too.
As Rex Hunt would say, you idiot. Bunbury's been pinged for throwing the ball, and Donnybrook will have a kick. Thankfully, we're off play at that stage of the game. Martindale, wobbly old kick. Omadai drops what you would expect any player to take, and he's got 40 metres on anybody from Bunbury. As Evel comes running across, he's going to... Oh! And that was absolutely ridiculous. Ludicrous play by Evel. Totally unwarranted. There's now signals to the crowd. How long to go, Bob? 8 minutes to go. Evel's played out his last kick for the 1999 season as he's sent unceremoniously from the ground and good for justice too. Red card means a report. The Bulldogs will be busy Tuesday night if he accepts it. Then comes Taylor, gets a hand pass towards Bedwell. He lopes after it's got it. Grabbed from behind. Holding the ball's a decision by the umpire. Bunbury give it over towards Hoff. Hoff goes out to Noonan. Noonan takes a mark, gets a hand pass to O'Reilly. O'Reilly lumbers away from Teague. No real hurry to catch him. Then goes Bennell, I think. I'm not sure if he paid the mark or the free. Free. Okay, a left foot kick over towards Glass. He fumbles the ball, but he's got plenty of time. His left foot goes nowhere besides up and down. In comes Hayward, he's behind. He fights hard for the ball, well done. Gets the ball up there. There's 5 Donnybrook to 2 Bunbury. As the case has been most of the time, the hand pass from Omadai to Bolton, to East. Cooley has a bounce. Bolton fends off Eads. Eads is after East. And the ball goes forward towards Chiswell. I kept my eye on. I thought there might have been a contest after that one as well. And a throw in on the half-forward flank, more towards the forward pocket for the Dons, in front of a big crowd of spectators that haven't left the ground yet. Remus and Chiswell. Remus gets a knock forward. Here's Bub. Bub snapped one over his shoulder, and that's got to be out on the full.
7 minutes to go in the game here. Exactly 7 minutes for you guys that want to get to the umpires.
Out comes a short chip to Kane from Maguire. They go across goals, back to Maguire. That wraps up the stats. He's going to be caught holding the ball.
Well, I don't know whether that was a correct decision. It was a great tackle by Jeffers, but he did handball it away.
Yes, the rule says if you had prior opportunity and you tackled, you must get rid of the ball by hand or foot. He did that. So a black mark to the umpires. Sheffers now reckons he knows which is the right line.
Ray's got to keep his little coffees active getting a bit on him.
Very unkind comments from the timekeepers at this stage of the game. Sheffers lines up. Normally a beautiful kick. The crowd behind the goals like it. Bunbury walk away. Goal number 18 to the Dons.
And it's really been the Dons with their ability to get the ball, which has given them the advantage in the free kick count, Ray. 36-20 for the David. That sort of shows the dominance of how much of the footy they've had, I think.
Yeah, it has, and as we said earlier, there's not too many of those kicks you could really query, so they've done what they need to do. We'll set it up once again with only 3 Bunbury blokes in the square. Up they go. Nani gets up high, comes down towards Glass. Curley gets it out, but it's taken by East. He's still got Fuller running and gets around onto his right. Good hand pass over to Teague. He runs to the half forward flank and gets it out on his left, and Chiswell honours his run. Gets it back over the top towards Teague. He's going to get in the goal scoring action. No, he's not. He can't take the mark. Comes to Kane. Kane gets it long out towards the trainers. They don't want the footy. They let it bounce further and further away as it rolls and trickles over the boundary line and out of bounds.
And amazing what being in front can do. Ray changes personalities. Chef has just knocked Glass over, then picked him back up and asked him if he was all right.
Wonderful comradeship.
Very kind-hearted player, Darian, always.
Yes. Tongue in cheek, we will say no more.
You've got his heart in your hand, that's right.
Gets it over to Hoff. Hoff gets it to Noonan. He's confronted by Atherton. Breaks the tackle. Gets around onto his right foot. O'Keefe gets pushed as he goes for the mark. Play on's the call. He screws it around over his shoulder into the run of path of McDonald, and he lets it trickle over the line, over the boundary line for a throw in after he's confronted by Dimer.
Not one, five.
Ball's coming into play. We've got Bidwell and Manson. Taken by Noonan while they're fighting for it. Comes to Martindale. Martindale dribbles it along the ground and taken by O'Keefe. He gets manhandled to the ground and will get a free kick for too high.
What was it? I don't know. That boy's doing your work and we're not with a free kick.
He paid the free kick and then Sugar got dragged off him. He's passed the ball over towards Noonan as they're looking at Sean Cragen about to come on to make his only appearance for the day from memory. He'll have the glory of being on the track when the siren goes. Only a few minutes left now as the ball's squared up towards Eads. He goes high. 3 Donnybrook players knock it to the ground. Wars had the opportunity. He's grabbed and claimed, put to the ground. The ball spills free. In comes O'Reilly and Taylor. Well done by O'Keefe. Picks it up at handball to nobody. Taken by Kirkpatrick. He kicks it long straight towards East. East uses his body well. So does Ashworth. Makes a very good contest of it. It's kicked backwards by good fortune, I think, more than anything else. McDonald takes it. Gets it around to that man East. He's still full of running. He's loving every bit of this as he kicks it in towards Bub. Bub looks around to see what's happened behind him. He gets it, puts it in the path of Teague. Out comes Maguire and meets the ball. Well done. Free kick is paid to Maguire as Bunbury run off with the ball. It's come back, says the umpire. Noonan had it. Maguire's got it. Where's he going to go with it? Not much on offer from now from the Bulldogs, and you wouldn't think they've just about had enough as he picks out Teague very well. As Nani runs into the back of Teague, and he'll take a free kick. Over to Atherton. Atherton chip shot over to Bub. And Bub's 50 metres out. Chips it over to Bolton. Bolton, will he run or will he go? Come back? No, he'll steady it and he'll probably give it back to Bub the way he's leading.
And Cragen coming on for McDonald now, Ray. So yes, he'll get a taste of the what it's like to have victory on the ground.
It was his home ground for a couple of years as Bolton has a look at the goals. This isn't looking too bad, but it's marked behind the line, I think, for a point. No, it's marked by the Dons. Dwayne Neal.
Well, Sean Cragen winning a Times medal playing for South Bunbury as well, yes.
Might not have a stat to his name, but he'll have a medal hanging around his neck.
Yeah.
Dwayne Neal plays on, runs around. 1 point only. 18-10, 118 to 9-6-60, near on double the score. Ball comes out to Nani. Nani goes long to Glass. Glass and East. Glass does well, gets the ball to Noonan. Again, he fumbles the ball momentarily. Gets a hand pass towards O'Keefe. O'Keefe looks towards the forward line. Where's the movement? Johns is leading, but he's at the back. In comes Kirkpatrick. In comes O'Reilly. O'Reilly and Kirkpatrick and Cragen in the middle of it there, and they hold the ball up for a bounce down. Up they go. Diamond gets the knock, comes down to O'Keefe, but he's claimed immediately. Ball comes out in the tackle. There's a stat for Cragen. Great for the big man. It goes to Omadai. Omadai back to Bolton. Bolton takes too long. That should be holding the ball. In comes O'Keefe. O'Keefe gets a long hand pass out wide to Johns. Johns fumbles the ball uncharacteristically today. One of the few Bunbury players that hasn't done that. He gets a long kick in towards Manson and Dimer. They're going to fight for it. No, they're not. Dimer's going to take the mark. Damien Dimer lining up in the dying stages of the last quarter for the Bulldogs. Will they hit 10 goals?
That long to go.
It's a very, very good kick, but it's hit the post. 9-7-61, the Bulldogs, 18-10-1-1-8. The timekeeper reaches for the button. It's all over Red Rover for the Bulldogs in 1999. A disastrous way to go out of the game, with Donnybrook going back to back. I wonder how the timekeeper can play the siren when they haven't balls not in play. 18-10, 1-1-8 by Donnybrook to Bunbury, 9-7-61. Well, Steve, if you're trying to collect your thoughts and give us some best players before we take off.
Yeah, look, he was taken out of the middle in the last quarter, Ray, but I thought Michael Omadai was outstanding. I think he was the best player on the ground when it really mattered, especially in the first three quarters. Quarters 1 and 3, he was outstanding. I thought he was a very good player, along with Heath East. He was four-quarter contributor from the middle of the ground for Donnybrook. Shane Atherton was fantastic off a half-back flank. Went off late in the piece with the blood rule, but he was great. I also thought Malcolm Bubb, with his goals, was just a sensational performer. He's 7 goals and just a really good player all day. Also others for Donnybrook, Shane Bolton, great. I thought Damien Woff was excellent with a number of fantastic marks, and really they had some other contributors who just put in their little efforts, and in defence like Glenn Kirkpatrick and those sorts. They were just very good, very good. For Bunbury, I thought Brett Glass, he was a real Trojan for him today. Right from the start, he played a pretty solid 4-quarter effort, particularly in his last quarter when he just really tried to give Bunbury some lift out there. I thought also for Bunbury, Marlon Johns was good when it counted early in the game. Rod Ashworth from defence was okay. Chris O'Keefe tried hard as a captain. Ryan Manson gave him options at centre half forward, and also Shane Narney tried hard. Probably not allowed to play his usual game in the ruck. He had to sort of be pinpointed to try and stop some of the Donnybrook players, but he tried very hard, and he was a good player too.
Yes, Steve, thanks very much for your comments today. We say that Donnybrook side have gone back to back, the first time in their history they've done that, and different coaches, and very, very disappointed to see the Bunbury players leave the track and go inside their change rooms prior to the presentations.
They probably saw enough of it last year, Ray, I think.
The umpires leave the ground. Being a member of the umpires appointment board, I think they've done a wonderful job today. Not many decisions that were contestable, I don't think, and congratulations to those guys.
39 free kicks to 21 for the game, Ray.
So 60 free kicks is a lot for a game, but then again, I suppose if they're there, you've got to pay them. Well, I've got another job to do. Congratulations to the Donnybrook Football Club, and we'll wind that down for the 1999 season with the final score, Donnybrook 18-10, 118 to the Bulldogs, a disappointing 9-7-61. Thanks, Steve, for your comments this afternoon, and good luck to the Dons in their celebration out in Donnybrook tonight. Thanks, Steve.
Today, but we do have Pat Pike and the Pike family medal. The Pike family have been donating and presenting this medal for quite a number of years, Pat. 43 years. That's fabulous. All right, we will announce the Pike medalist for 1999. And it's number 6 for the Donnybrook Football Club, Heath East. Heath East, if you could come up and accept your Pike family medal. East. And I believe that's the second year in a row too. Correct? Second year in a row?
Yeah, second year in the reserve. That's right. Excellent. Yes, well done, boys. Good stuff.
Well done.
And congratulations, Pete. For 43rd medal. Unfortunately, my brother can't be here today, but the third back-to-back medal from 31. And my way Johnny got questioned today. He'll be here looking and lining up for one next year. Congratulations.
Number 3, and the president of Donnybrook. Number 4, Shane Bolton. Number 5, Dean Taylor. Number 10, Xavier Dean. Number 11 for Donnybrook, Carl Trigwell. Number 12, Dwayne Neal. Number 14, Damien Moore. Number 17, Adrian Proctor. Number 18, the captain, Matt Kendall. I thought he did a great job today. Brendan
Thank you.